right, is everyone good? We're all good? Yes?
I think we're good, Captain.
This is not the end game. We're nowhere near the end game.
Regardless
right
of our
now.
situation, the first thing I'm
Please.
going to say is we're in the end game now.
We're in
It
the
doesn't-
end game now.
You see, that's great and all, but that won't be a topical meme when this finally fucking
It doesn't
comes out,
matter.
so.
I'm going to say it
When this
anyway.
comes
Doesn't
out
even
3 months
matter.
from
I'm
now.
going to say it in response to every question or statement this episode.
Hey, Br'aad, how do you like my hair?
We're in the end game now. It won't get old. It'll be so funny each time.
Last time on Just Roll With It, Mountain Br'aad and I made our great escape after a rather successful heist.
Diving at the window, I'm casting Eldritch Blast as I dive, and I'm fucking going straight through. I disguise self into someone that I saw at the party.
And we set out to regroup with Taxi and Vel.
You see a wagon on the side of the road.
Excuse me, sir. Do you got that wagon?
But things don't always go so easily.
As you get up, 4 men approach from behind, wielding crossbows aimed directly at you.
And now we finally arrived at Vexen. Who knows what could happen in a city like this? All I know is whatever happens, we're gonna have to just roll with it.
I forget if we talked to him about, waiving the payment for saving his life, but we need to do that at some point.
Yeah, that would probably be a smart idea.
Yeah, I'm not paying this man. We just saved his life.
So you guys continue down the road in the wagon with the strange man. After saving his life from a band of highwaymen, you guys make it the rest of the way without any sort of encounters, anything dangerous.
Yeah.
It's a long road. You guys mostly probably just sit in the wagon, sleeping when you can, when the roads aren't too rough, and just waiting for time to pass. And eventually you make your way into the boundary where the city of Vexen lies. As you are moving down the road, looking to your left and right, you can see most of this boundary is open field, a lot of it used for farmland. As you're following across a cobblestone path, you can see in the distance the city of Vexen. The first thing you notice about this city, while it is quite large, there is an outer wall surrounding it. Then within that wall, as the city itself inclines around a hill, you can see a second wall. And then within that one, before it reaches the castle, you see one more third wall surrounding the castle that sits on top of a hill in the very center of town.
So this is where Vel and Taxi went, then. It's
Probably.
rather large.
Let's go find him.
I mean, didn't we agree to meet by the gate or something? And
Where did we
mean,
agree to meet?
I don't know. We didn't really plan this out too well, okay?
Well, I wasn't
It was the
listening.
gate. You guys said the gate.
Of course, yeah. You see, Hilltree knows.
Know it all.
Anyway, as you guys get closer to town, the man steering the wagon pipes up. So, about the payment.
Yeah, about
Well, we
that.
did save your life.
Right, yeah, but that wasn't really part of the agreement.
It never
getting
is.
jumped wasn't
It
really
never,
part of the
listen,
agreement either.
Listen, you don't have to explain it. We're heroes. We know. Now you do too. Thank you for the ride.
It's 2 gold.
I don't get to
Listen.
roll on that.
Let's put this into a little bit of perspective. Where would you be right now if we hadn't hitched along with you? I know it wasn't part of the
Oh
agreement.
my god, I'm
necessarily,
loaded. I
but-
forgot. We did a heist. I give him 2 gold.
No.
I give him 3
No,
gold.
just
I
look
say
at Brad, I'm like-
one more for the trouble. Ka-chang. 3 gold.
I look at Brad, I'm like, Okay.
Pocket
You
change.
see, right there, I
Sylnan.
would have let you roll persuasion, Sylnan, but that's all right.
Okay, I guess take our money then.
No, wait, roll
Whatever.
persuasion
We
to
didn't
take
work
it back.
hard for
Roll
that.
persuasion to take it back.
He graciously accepts the gold and he says, thank you, this will do. Do you guys need directions? Have you been to Vexen before?
Nope.
No, this is our first time.
What are
Well-
the
Oh,
what are the stops?
I would say the first thing to know is to be careful during this first checkpoint. I've gotten word recently that the inside of Vexen, the common area has been a bit of a ruffian sort of territory.
oh, that's nothing new to us.
There's
will be
recently
fun.
been an increase in the taxes from the kingdom, from the Duke himself, and the commoners didn't take too kindly to it. There's been a bit of anarchy in the streets. It hasn't been too bad yet, but there is a noticeable elevation in the crime level. But once you get into the second checkpoint, everything's fine there. They have an elite force of guards that patrol around there and keep the ruffians out.
I see. Okay. Anything else we should know? Any points of interest?
There's a really
Things like
nice
that?
tavern here in the first checkpoint. It's called the Whimpering Weasel. The man who owns it, he's quite knowledgeable when it comes to a lot of the surrounding areas.
Is that within the first wall or the second wall?
The
Or-
first
there's a
wall,
lot
the
of
first
walls.
wall, yes.
Ah, gotcha.
There are 3 checkpoints into the city. The third checkpoint, you're never going to get through. That leads straight into the castle, and the Duke's not a very social person.
I see. Okay. Well, we'll check that out for sure. We have some friends we're supposed to meet up with here, though, so hopefully they're around and okay,
Right.
considering the ruffians.
Well, I can't take the wagon into
Yeah.
the checkpoint, so you guys can go and get off here. And you can see as he points, you see there's a very small line going through the first checkpoint. The first checkpoint is a very large piece of wooden gate that has iron supports onto it. And on the side of the right door, there's a smaller single door etched into it where people are walking in and out of, letting people through and letting people out. So there's no way to actually get any horses or a wagon in.
Okay. Let's try to cut in line. Wait, you said there was a line for it?
It's a
Let's
very
cut in
small
yeah.
line. It's only 6 people at the moment.
Let's go. Let's cut.
in line, guys.
All right, we're hopping out of the wagon. I'll help Hilltree down.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I don't need your fucking
Alright.
help.
Well, I was just okay.
Brought him
Yeah,
a big
don't
boy
you-
now.
I get
What?
ready to catch him in case he falls.
He grows so fast.
He gets out all right.
You rolled for it. I like that.
See, I told you.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you. Now, you guys make your way into line. Are you guys actually cutting, or is that a meme?
That was me.
He said it like,
I'm mostly looking at Charlie for
Okay,
this.
okay. Well, it's only 6 people in the line. Look at us, just starting trouble absolutely where we have no right to. What do they
Something
look
we do
like?
all the
Do they
time.
look
Let's keep
like
it up.
ruffians?
The people in line?
Yeah.
The 6 people in front of you, you see, first in line right now is a male with blonde hair, wearing very basic roughed commoner's garb. Carrying him over his shoulder, there is a sack that seems to be filled with some sort of vegetables, possibly. Behind him,
maybe
there
it's
are
not
2
relevant.
children. Then there is a woman carrying a basket full of baked bread. And then behind her, there are 2 tabaxis talking amongst each other.
Sound like fucking
Okay, well,
pushovers.
let's see here.
It's a checkpoint with guards though, right?
Yes, there is a single
Yeah,
guard.
I
As you
would-
look, it's a male, very basic stature, wearing a what's mostly a leather with pieces of iron put into it for the shoulder plates and around the chest area, red with brown adornments on it.
I mean, we have to assert dominance, right? There's a lot of
I'll follow
ruffians.
Sylnan's lead.
I get in the back of the line.
There.
We gotta assert dominance in the back
We
of
gotta
the line.
passively
the
assert
line.
dominance. We gotta wait our
line doesn't
turn
take
to
very
assert
long
that
at all.
dominance, but we gotta wait for it. We gotta earn it, and we gotta wait in line.
The line doesn't take very long at all. As you can see, most people coming in here, they're going to be dropping off goods and stuff from the farmlands, selling them to nearby inns, stuff of the sword general stores. So they're let in. The 2 tabaxis, they mentioned something about visiting an old friend, and then they're let in as well. And as you guys approach, the man, as you get a better look at his face, he seems young, probably early 20s, a few blemishes across the chin and cheeks. And you can tell just by the sheer average armor he's wearing that he's nothing special in the ranking of guards. But in front of him, he's holding a small piece of scribed paper with an inkwell pen. As you approach, he kind of just looks you guys up and down. So, what are you doing here in Vexen?
You're at the front of the line, dude.
I am?
Hi, talking to you.
Yeah, we're just visiting some friends. Our friends came here from, what was that town called? Fuck.
Wasn't called
Shade
fuck
Grove.
or shit.
Shade
Grove. I'm pulling up my notes right now. Yeah, Shade Grove. And we're just coming to meet up with them again.
Ryan, what were the names?
We had Taxi, the Tabaxi, and Velrissa, tieflings.
Right.
To forget.
All right, so you're here for
Oh,
visiting.
shit.
How long will you be staying in Vexen?
Long enough.
Now, I'm not too sure of, yeah, long enough. I'm not sure of the exact amount of time.
You can give me a time frame before you're allowed in the checkpoint.
What is
A month?
what is
Maybe,
like a
maybe
week?
less. If it's less than the time I tell you, is that a big deal?
Do we
Well,
wanna-
if you
do we
stay here
wanna-
for a long period of time, the problem is you need to have either a reason for staying here for a long time to become a citizen of the city,
Okay,
or
well,
you
let's,
have a
let's say a
rivalry.
week.
Let's say
We're
let's
here
say
A
for
week works, a
2
week
weeks. I
works,
want to
10 days.
highball.
20 days. All right, I'll give you that, but
Okay,
you make sure you're pulling your own weight around here.
of course, of course.
Got enough rabble going on in the streets. We don't need too many commoners coming in. All right, next walking up Br'aad.
Commoners.
Ugh.
All right,
Yeah, I walk.
you pretty boy. What are you here for?
Oh no, we're sort of like a group, like a package deal. We're all here for the same thing.
You're with that
Yes. So is
Never
Alright.
gave him a
Mountain
name.
back here. So my name is Br'aad. This is Mountain. We're both
Alright.
going on through.
one? Right, okay. Go ahead through. Don't cause any trouble. I'll find you.
I hope so. I wink,
Okay.
and then we go.
I hope so. All right, so you guys make your way. As soon as you walk into the city, it's a bit noticeable. It's not like horrible. It's nothing compared to the wharf. But as you're walking through, you see the occasional boarded up windows, condemned areas with guards investigating, back alleys, broken in buildings. But it's not. It's pretty mundane compared to what you saw in the wharf streets.
I lean over to Sylnan. Nice neighborhood.
Yeah, honestly, this is fantastic.
What do you
Go to
mean?
the
This is
rest
a
of
I
the
shithole.
feel so
It's like-
safe and comfortable. I've never. Wow.
As you guys are walking down, it doesn't take not much long, but walking, you actually can see Velrissa and Taxi in the distance. They're walking
Okay, I was
towards.
about to be like,
They're walking towards the gate, and behind them, standing only a few inches taller than Taxi, you see a very broad-shouldered, wide-statured male. The gray hair pulled back, with very golden eyes and a few scars going down the cheeks and the neck. He seems old,
Wait,
pretty
how-
grizzled, and he's wearing armor made entirely of stone.
Doesn't seem
how
very
old is?
convenient.
Wait, how tall is Taxi again?
Taxi's 6'2", do you believe?
Okay, that's
6'3".
scary. This man scares me.
He's
6'3".
literally
6'3".
covered.
This guy-
he's
this guy
wearing
stands about
rocks,
6'5".
too. And
This guy
rocks
stands
are
about
fucking
6'5".
Heavy, dude.
Yeah, this man
Um,
scares me.
Jared, do we plan to talk about what Vel and I did during the period of their travel?
Anything else you guys did within the city, that's up to you, so you can just say that you did that.
During the period of their travel, I would have, if allowed into the second checkpoint with her uncle, I would have tried to speak with the Shinzen and the cathedral that we were at first, and like learned about their way more than what I got told.
Okay.
Sounds like nonsense to me.
Just spend time with them, unless Velrissa, I would have been either with Velrissa and her uncle or learning about their culture.
I'm sure I would have just kind of tagged along with my uncle, and as he showed me around, and we talked and all of that.
Yeah, I would have given them alone time as
Right.
well.
Okay. I can give you. I'll deem you some information about what you learn more about their culture and what they do know. So, moving
Cool.
on. They approach. Taxi Velrissa is what you guys see Br'aad, Sylnan, and Mountain in the distance, just entering the city.
I wave.
Hi! How did it go?
How did what?
I mean, we're
Good.
safe.
We're here. We did it.
I mean,
How did
It
it?
happened.
Oh yes, it went well. I think. Did it?
Okay.
I don't. It went okay.
Did
how
it?
how well did it
Oh,
go?
it went pretty
In
poorly,
your travels,
actually.
did you guys?
Oh yeah, no, our names are probably known across the lands by now.
It went poorly.
Not really, but you know.
What did you guys?
No. We it went off
Well,
without a
some
hitch.
parts went.
Oh,
there
wait,
were
well,
like a few
well,
hitches
I look
here
up at
and
Vel's
there.
uncle. No, not that much detail.
What are you
As
talking
long as you
about?
guys
Yeah.
are safe.
No, we're fine.
Are these
yeah.
more friends of yours, Velrissa?
That is correct. This is the rest of my group.
Oh,
I hold my
see.
fist out to Velrissa and say, "Pound it."
I kind of hold my hand up, not knowing what that means.
It's been so long, and then I I gently punch her limp hand.
That's a visual I'll never get out of my head.
Anyway, it's nice to meet you. My name is Ander. Okay.
Nice to meet you too, Zonder. My name is Br'aad. This is Sylnan, and this is Mountain, and this is Hilltree too.
I've heard about
Funny,
you.
yeah.
Which
Have
which
you?
one?
All of you. Verissa's
Wait.
told me a little bit while she's been here.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Well,
What
what
did
has
she
she
say
said?
about
And I puff up a little bit.
What would have Velrissa said?
Yeah, Boris, what'd you say?
Well, you guys are asking Ander, so what have I told Ander?
Yeah,
I would have
basically.
told
like,
I would have told
like-
him about our travels and I guess our encounters in the wharf, and I
How
would
would
have
you
kept
characterize
I would have
us to your
kept it
uncle?
pretty
Yeah.
positive, honestly.
I'm curious.
Okay.
I'm curious.
From what I've been told,
Well?
she told me about your guys' trials. What you've been through recently in that city of the wharf. And, your combat down in those ruins against the cultists. From what I've heard, you all carried your
yeah.
weight quite nicely.
Yes. Well, we
I did
couldn't
my
have done
best.
any of it
That I
without
did.
Velrissa or any of each other. So
We're heroes.
we're heroes. We're kind of we're big deals.
No.
I don't want
Everyone's
to
the heroes
downplay
of
it.
their
No,
own
we-
stories. Now,
Have you heard how the wolf is doing?
me?
Oh,
Oh no, I was just. We're not heroes. That's all. Not right now.
Anyway,
Another thing you notice about now that you guys are getting a bit more of a closer inspection of this character, kind of like now that he's stepped out from behind Taxi and Velrissa, you notice the left arm, there's no flesh and bone on it. Where there would be flesh, there are just small brass-like rods of metal that connect limbs
cool.
together and just completely see-through.
Is it like rock limbs?
No, there's no rock at all. It's just brass metal, like rods,
Oh,
and
okay.
connecting where there are plated joints of metal as well. It seems to be just an entirely metal arm.
God damn it, this is a sign. I have to cut off Sylnan's arm. Mountain, just do it already.
hey, what's up with your arm? Oh, this? Yeah, that. Bit of an accident when I came onto the mainland. Nothing serious.
Is that easy to do? To make?
Do you prefer
This-
it that
oh,
way?
I-
Is it better that way? Would you do it again?
Definitely not. Not
Okay.
again. And I didn't make it myself. There was a kind enough dwarf who did this for me. When he found me after the accident, I'd lost a lot of blood. Lucky for me, he knew how to craft metal into limbs, I suppose. Never seen something like this before, but I preferred over having no arm at all. See, Sylnan, you could have
Yeah,
that.
of course. I don't know if
It
I want
looks
this.
It's
cool.
a little
I looked at
as
him,
he starts fidgeting the fingers. You see, they don't move fluently. They move as you'd imagine robotic joints to. It's a bit hard to control, and I'm still getting the hang of it. Luckily, it was my left arm. I don't wield a weapon with this one.
I kind of point to Sylnan's arm and say, "Do you happen to know what deal is happening here with his arm?"
Let me get a look at that one, boy. Come here.
I put my arm out.
All right, as he does, the large gauntlet, the right arm still covered by a stone gauntlet, as he lifts it up, envelops almost your entire forearm. As he picks it up to look, his
He
eyes
yanks it
start
off.
to glow a bit more yellow, and he kind of just starts slowly scanning up and down your forearm with his eyes.
Someone just kind of like looks away, kind of awkwardly.
Yeah, I like how Connie rolled his eyes when he stuck his hand.
Possession. Chaotic at that.
Oh, good. Is there anything we can do about
Yes,
it?
there are a few things to do. Cut it off. That is one option, but I wouldn't suggest
Yeah.
it. There are more valuable ways to keep your limb and save yourself. You see, what's inside of you right now is not actually in you. It's a bit hard to explain, but the infernal creature that resides within your arm, that's only an echo of it. Simply a vessel it uses. Its actual body is going to be in its own plane of existence, wherever it may live.
That just doesn't make any fucking sense.
How do you know so much
yeah,
about
no,
this, actually?
I've spent many years fighting the war against evil.
Well, I mean, he's Velrissa's uncle.
I'm the one who raised this
Sure,
girl
that
here,
makes
and
sense.
He pats Velrissa's head quite solemnly.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, you two have similar abilities.
I'm the one who taught her to wield the magic she wields.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, so I would assume.
He's
Raised her since she was a child.
he's taught me everything I know.
Maybe we should get out of the open.
Right, you can come back to the inn. We can sit down and talk. There's a few things I wanted to talk to you still about, so perfect that your
Of course.
adventuring group is here as well. They might be able to assist.
Yeah, our adventuring group mistakenly come together. It's all the same. I mean, destined to be friends. It's a lot of things that we could be. Where's the inn?
This way, come, follow me. And he just turns around again, stomping back down the roadway up towards the
I'm gonna pull
center.
Br'aad behind as we're walking.
okay.
What do you mean it went poorly?
Well, at first I said it went great because we got some of it, and I was like, man, that was great. And then I thought about it like a little
That's
more,
good to hear.
right? And there were a couple things that went
Hmm.
wrong. Like Mountain went down at one point, and I threw Sylnan at a guy, but that worked out. Oh, and
yeah.
Thardo saw us too at one point, and I think
okay.
he's still alive. He should be,
Okay.
right?
You think?
But we got out mostly unscathed. Didn't go to jail again. Got a pretty good haul of treasure. So I mean, all in all, it was more or less successful.
And you said our name is known, or just the three?
Well,
of you?
it would probably
As in-
probably just be the three of us, and I'm not sure how far word has gotten. I don't know how much of a big deal or a big shot Thardo is, but hopefully not too
Right.
far. Or if it does get spread around, hopefully it's like a really cool story.
Also, just for
Okay.
brevity's sake as well, when you guys were heading through the first checkpoint, what's his? Chirp. I forgot his name
Chirp. Yeah,
completely
that's
for a
what I was gonna
second.
ask
Chirp
about.
stayed outside, and he went for the nearby woods to look around.
Okay.
He didn't come into the city
Okay.
with you.
I was actually literally just about to ask
Yeah.
about that.
Listen, we can talk about this more as a group later, but let's try and not repeat history.
Like,
You know how the
like
wolf
do
is.
another heist? Oh,
Like, don't get caught, Br'aad. I'm just glad that you guys are alive.
we
but
barely
needless
got
to
caught.
say, I was worried.
Did everything go smooth?
but relieved.
Smooth here?
Yeah. We've seen interesting things to talk about, but nothing, important.
Okay.
But we're fine. Me and Vel don't typically together get into a lot of trouble.
Oh, look at you guys not doing heists. Well, either way, it's great to see you again. I'll give him a little pat on the back.
Absolutely. Well, yeah. Let's try and stay together, and then we'll go.
So, you guys walk. You get to the second checkpoint. As soon as Onder walks up, the two elven guards immediately back up and open the door and let you guys pass with him. No questions needed at all. He leads you over to the right. The second wall kind of just is a buildings left and right, a big main street with occasional alleys and side roads that just kind of wraps around in a circular pattern around the third checkpoint. You guys head off to the right, passing the temple that Taxi and Velrissa, you guys met him in and stayed at for a little bit. You pass
Well,
right
is his-
beside it, and you
His name is Ander, right? You said.
Onder, yes, Ander, Onder. You guys pass right by, and you get to a inn almost built to the next, like right beside the walling of the cathedral. It's very nice, most of it being made out of sturdy cobblestone with occasional wood, almost like decor just put into the walling of it. As you walk up the stairs and through the front door, the immediate smell of freshly cooked food, fine roasted meats, baked breads, and just sweets kind of hit your nostrils. It's a very welcoming smell compared to the usual smell of the adventuring road. Looking around, it's a very open, spacious place, long tables to your left and to your right, a bar on the very opposite end with 2 stairwells that wrap around the sides of it, and then a kitchen behind it.
How like busy is it?
It's as you walk around, right before you got here when you were walking through the second checkpoint, it didn't seem very busy, but you occasionally walk by people who have a very elegant way of carrying themselves, very nice clothing, a very regal, upright walking, kind of turning their nose as you pass, giving you a very judgmental look. But here in the inn, you mostly see people who look like initiates, cathedral goers, people of prayer, people of worship, monks of the sort, kind of occasionally come in for food and they're sitting down eating, but it's very quiet, very peaceful in here, very solemn.
You said there was. Did you say there was a bar?
There is a bar on the very end, and to the left and right of the bar, there are 2 spiraling staircases that go to the second floor. To the
Wait,
sides
is this like a church and a bar? I'm lost.
There's a cathedral next to it.
Like
Okay.
Okay.
There's like a temple / cathedral.
I was like,
sitting
weird
next to it.
combo,
It's
but
my
I'm
kind of
into it.
church.
Yeah.
and there's someone behind the bar. Like this is where I can get a drink.
Yes, there is a man. He just seems very basic human, but he has very nice. His dark brown hair is pulled up to make a very nice wave down the side, wearing very nice polished green V-neck with brown breeches and an apron over it. He has both his hands behind his back, and he's standing very elegantly as you walk up.
I'm gonna ask him for his
Digits.
best alcohol, but not like I'm asking for good alcohol, and then I'm gonna give it to Mountain.
All right, he
I got a
very
glass.
happily.
I'm gonna get a glass and for Mountain.
You say just the best alcohol?
Like average. Like not the worst, but not the best.
Average,
Quite
average
the
alcohol.
step down.
Better than what's in his flask.
Listen, honestly, you could give him like fucking.
You could just give him like
probably drink it.
watery mud and tell him
PBR.
that it was alcohol. And he would drink it.
If he thinks it's alcohol, he'll drink it. You don't need to fucking spoil the
He smiles and he gives you a flagon, actually, about this size, and he hands it to you and says, "Yeah, it's on the house for any of Anda's friends."
Oh, I appreciate that so much. And then give it to Mountain.
What's this?
Drink. Glad you're all right.
Oh, I'm glad I'm all right too. Thanks.
As as you take a drink of it, Mountain, it's a very citrusy cider. The taste of like a very fruitful orange hits you first, but then it's a very nice, warm, mellow cider as well as it hits you. It's a pretty pleasant taste. Very refreshing.
That sounds amazing.
Very refreshing.
Fruity shit.
Mountain does not enjoy it.
Taxi's welcoming expression just like goes back to right, and then this starts following Ander again to where we're going to sit,
Anyway,
I guess.
Come with me. There's a back room we can use. Bit of a little meeting room, if you would.
All right.
You guys follow him. He goes around the left side of the left spiraling staircase, and there's a small hallway where there's 4 rooms, 2 on the left, 2 on the right. He leads you to the back right one, where there is just a large circular round table surrounded by chairs and a blank piece of what seems to be a nice bambooed paper stretched across the wall for drawing on or writing or any of the sort.
Is there anything to draw with?
Oh yes, there are pieces of charcoal.
Cool.
Oh no.
I'll go ahead and sit down with my fruity beer.
I doodle.
It's a cider. How dare you?
I take a seat.
Hey, go ahead and take a
We
seat.
all sit down.
I doodle
Duh.
a little. I doodle a little doodle of Br'aad, but he's shooting little magic out. Also,
Make a
he's
performance
ripped.
check.
3.
So,
You did not get a 3.
It's a stick.
What
I
is
got
your
a 3.
You have a what's your
Oh,
performance?
I forgot how to play Dungeons and fucking Dragons. Holy shit.
Your performance is massive. You did not get a 3.
I got an 11.
You draw a pretty decent. Like it's not like an amazing drawing, but it's a little bit better than a stick figure.
It's a doodle, so I'm okay with that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not bad. It's okay. After
It's a
everybody takes the
Styx-
seat.
It's a
Also-
Styx figure.
What's
It's
that, Sylnan?
multiple.
What's that?
We healed from the combat, obviously.
Yes, you
right?
guys had a
Oh.
long rest, by the way.
Oh, okay, cool.
Well, I had,
Mhm.
yeah, I had
'cause I
it done.
totally forgot about that.
Now, let's talk for a second. My purpose of coming to the mainland from Afterforge is not just for pleasure. You may have heard, but there's currently a predicament here in Viecta. The Barren is what they're calling it.
Right, I've heard a little bit about it.
Like the forests and
The Barren
the corruption.
Yeah, it's a bit harder to explain. It's not as simple as just a corruption or a bad place to go. There seems to be something creating it. Its point of origin, I'm not sure of. But something is taking these corpses, making them these shambling, absolute disgusting excuses of life. It's torment for the poor vessels. They may be corpses, but they still feel.
Sounds unpleasant.
How long has this been happening? This Barren?
I'm not sure. I just got word of it recently.
When we were
Afterforge just got word of it.
when we were in the wharf, I had word of undead spreading across Viecta.
Yeah, it's
Uh,
getting worse already. So they called upon us
God,
to
it-
try to assist.
Yeah, I was. We were told there was a place that needed my touch.
The trees,
You
also
you
Bell's
bet
help.
there is.
the forests there are dying as well.
Bro,
Whatever,
not now, bro.
whatever undead necromantic energy is taking over these corpses' poor lives, the ones taking lives and creating new ones that are not fit for living. It's also affecting the wildlife in the surrounding land. The grass is dying, the trees themselves starting to bend and give way. Even parts of the earth are drying out and cracking. It's not good for the wildlife, and it's not good for life in general.
No, and it sounds gross too.
That's a way to put it.
Yeah.
And where are we in all this? Like us?
Well, I was
Well,
hoping
honestly-
assistance.
Is there like any
Yeah,
sort of
okay,
bounty
let's-
on it? Like whoever gets rid of it gets like 1,000,000 gold? Is what it's called. I was gonna say V-Bucks, but I shoved it back down my throat.
No.
There are
But
plenty
get gold.
more
No,
benefits
I
to
won't.
life than just currency. This is for the betterment of
Oh, no.
people, not your pockets.
Right, but there's a lot of people, you know? I mean, we could go somewhere else and help other people.
He
Why don't
does
we
have a
help
good
these
point. There
people
are
right
a
here,
lot
right
of
now?
people.
Yes, there are a lot of people now, but if this continues to spreads past Viecta into all of Ingress, hell, to the ocean and the surrounding lands, there will be no people.
Oh.
So what are we supposed to do about it?
Be heroes like you just said you were in the streets earlier.
I was
Save
joking.
people.
Oh, you know.
We're obviously not heroes. Listen, we've got our own
just
shit going
was
on. Why
a
should we
Little
do
bit of
this?
hyperbole in that one.
Listen, I appreciate
Listen.
your fruity beers and your fucking nice place and shit, but I don't want another mission.
With-
We've got like 5 missions already.
What are the missions? Tell us what the
Would he
missions
have
are,
s-
Mountain. Do you even know what the missions are?
We got that magic tower guy with the floaty bitch. She wants us to do
Oh
a
my
thing.
fuck! I forgot
then-
about that.
And then we got Chirp. Chirp wants us
This
to
isn't
do
a video
thing.
game, Mountain.
What are you talking about?
What's a
stupid
video
dumb
game?
But a bunch of
What
people
is a
want us to
mission?
do a bunch of shit. I don't know. Like, why should we do this? What do we get out of this?
Would
Everybody.
he have told us a little bit about this before?
Not really,
Do you
no.
think? Or at least
Probably
Vel?
not yet.
It
He
doesn't
just now
sound
is
like
bringing
you
it up.
discuss any of this.
Fucking Brad's holding his head in his hands because he totally forgot that he promised that wizard guy something, and he doesn't even remember what the
Yeah.
promise was.
The promise was to go to Gaywick and to see if there were anybody
You
else.
can find the guy.
Yeah, there's another
Yeah.
survivor. And then he was wanting to know if you could find him. Fun fact as well, that's a part of the Barren. So this correlates.
It kind of.
I knew
yeah,
I read it.
correlates.
Yeah,
I kind of figured.
Yeah, for sure.
Listen, Mountain and Sylnan.
What?
I know.
Well, I mean, I'm easy
I-
to convince. Okay.
I
I've got-
know you. Yes, but even if there isn't monetary gain, I personally am not going to just let this happen.
Well, shut up, Taxi. You just want to do this
So-
because you have the hots for Velrissa.
No. The nature is where I'm birthed. If it gets destroyed because of a corruption, then I'm not doing my job.
Okay, whatever. Fine. Let's do it. You know what? Let's go. Right now. Let's go.
I
Let's do
ignore
it.
them for now. Listen, Andrew. So I've obviously got this problem here with this, my arm, right? I'm willing to help you if you're willing to help me here, because I really
Tell you what,
don't want this.
if you help me clear out this Barren, and help me restore nature to its proper course, I'll help you find out the origin of your demon.
Alright, I mean, that works for me. You didn't really go into detail on how to get rid of this in the first place.
It's
though.
quite simple.
Like,
You find where it resides, and you kill it.
oh. Okay.
Well, I'm in if Sylnan's in.
I mean, okay. Yeah, let's do it, I guess.
Alternatively, there's one more way. There is a certain kind of ritual that can remove curses and possessions. However, I don't know how to do it. I was never taught.
Well, we know how to kill shit, so like that, we can do that one.
Yeah.
Let's do that
All right.
one.
Who do we gotta kill? Where do we go?
I'm
Let's kill
mad at it.
something.
I want to kill it. We don't know where he is. We're gonna find out where it is, and then we're gonna kill it.
Okay, then let's do that. Is that what we're doing?
That's what we're
I
doing.
know, I'm
Are
kinda
you
too
are you
young.
on board, Mountain? Are you good to? We're gonna fight like all these.
Are we
undead
killing
dudes?
shit?
Well, I mean, probably.
Yes.
Why?
We're killing
Then
a
let's
lot
go,
of
let's
stuff.
do it.
Yes. Okay, let's do it.
You're killing your liver.
What's that?
Your Oh no, I don't know. I'm broad.
I have a question. Would Sylnan even fucking understand, like, the different plans?
Probably not.
Okay.
I saw
Got
the
it.
end of the world or
I
something.
was gonna...
Oh, I forgot. Velrissa, do you still have that ring that I gave you by any chance?
Oh, I pull it out of wherever I had it kept. Or
Probably on your finger.
yeah. Did I put it on? Well, I didn't know if I put it on.
I would assume.
It's a ring.
I'll say I put
if
it
you
on.
didn't-
So I hold
Okay.
my hand out. I still have it here. Yes.
Did it?
You proposed to Velrissa?
No. Not into her at all.
Wow.
Yeah. Sorry.
Wow.
But did it do anything? Well, you were here with Taxi by any chance?
I
No,
it didn't do anything.
not that it would have. And I take it back.
You just take it off my finger.
Yeah, just take it off your finger.
Can I inside check this
for it.
conversation, Br'aad?
What is it?
9.
I proposed to Velrissa, yes.
Br'aad just it's definitely bizarre, but you can't get a exact reason as to why it's bizarre. But it does seem weird to
Okay.
you, but you don't know why.
And I do feel for Sylnan here. If there's any way that we can fix his problem before we set out again.
That would not
We've all
be at least I don't know anybody that knows how to remove curses. Why it's not
Not
that's
even
not in
here
my
in this-
line of schooling.
Are we even equipped to kill a demon? Like, is that a...
That's a you
I can kill
decision,
it.
not my.
Let's go. Who are we
I
killing?
mean, have you fought demons before?
Here or there, one or two, maybe 3, 4. Dozen.
Okay. Are they strong?
Depends on the demon. You have different rankings when it
Okay.
comes to the devils, the demons.
well, if we've got everyone on board here, you could finish explaining
Right.
about the Barren.
Guys, I'm getting real impatient. Can we please go kill something?
Mount.
Taxi!
Mountain,
The
kill your-
Barren.
kill your fruity drink.
What do we know so far that I've been told by scouts or people who've survived to make it back out of it? It seems to be originating from some broken down ruins somewhere off in the forests of Viecta. It's gonna take a bit of a travel to get there, through the Barren itself, so it's not gonna be just a walk in the park.
Do we happen to have the name of these
I see.
these ruins?
Nobody knows the names of them. They're not marked on any maps. No choreographers even know it existed.
And
Well-
will you be joining us on this
Of course.
journey?
I'm not all talk, you know. Just 'cause I'm old doesn't mean I'm not ready to fight.
That's good.
So, you wanted to see Velrissa to gain her help?
That and just see her again.
Of course.
But I know she's capable. I taught her myself. I know. This is a job equipped for me and you, the likes.
And this was definitely a concern of mine when coming to Viecta, since I've heard word of this plenty of places.
Well, luckily there's a bunch of capable people here.
Right.
I've flexed or something. before Ender,
Minor
before we go,
illusion.
it's fucking massive. It doesn't even make sense, dude. It crashes through the ceiling. My bicep's so big. Ender, before we go, it seems like you're quite well liked, well known, and that you know around here pretty well. Do you know any place where I could sell some of these things? And then I wait, I forget actually. Who did we give? Who did we give shit to? Like the sword and
shit?
stuff. The stuff that we got from the heist.
So we gave like 40 some.
Yeah, but like who has the sword and the?
It's in
It's
your.
in-
Oh, it's in my.
It's in your
Okay,
fucking
okay.
5 clock.
I snap him in, and I say open wide,
Obi-Wan.
and then and then I just slowly, and I maintain eye contact with Ander. I slowly pull it out. Just slowly, and I'm getting there.
You have never seen a face of more disgust, confusion, and just pure bafflement as you pull the sword out of the small gazer.
Hang on, it's
Even standing next to
it's
Taxi?
almost out. It's accompanied by obviously like the awful slobbering gag
Yeah,
noise.
you just hear.
Oh, there you go. It's okay. Lubricate it a little. It'll help. All right, here we go. And it pops right out.
Velrissa looks like she's in shock.
Capable people, capable
I
people.
pet live clock. I pet live clock.
Yeah. Shut up.
Don't talk that way to him. There you go.
Okay, right. So
Never do that again.
What are you asking?
So I found this and was wondering where would I be able to sell something like this? I assume not just anyone would be able to appraise and buy it.
Oh, from the looks of me, that's just an ornate sword. I mean, a collector, someone who's fancy who wants something to hang up on the wall. I don't know.
Flinch when he says collector, because ooh.
Because Mortal Kombat 11.
Everybody
Because
flinches.
Mortal Kombat 11.
Yuck, he's gross.
It's not anything particularly special. Just it's ordained and it's pretty.
I unsheath it, hoping that it's something special once he sees the blade.
Nothing.
It's just a very nice looking decorated sword. It's not
that's
sharpened in any way, it's just ornate.
At least we got the gold, we got the
Interesting.
sword.
We also had a
Goblet.
Ah,
fucking
yes.
goblet, yeah. That's the one that looked juicy.
Here's a goblet. What about this one? Same deal?
It looks to be the same. It's just it's got some sapphires and other jewels in it embedded. So definitely is gonna fetch a
I
nice
thought I
price.
said don't.
I see.
What else is in his mouth?
Want to find out?
You wanna find out?
Oh, no.
How about we put
No.
Taxi in there, see what happens?
Easy
I don't
way.
think he'd fit.
Mountain?
I mean, we could try.
I don't think
don't know.
anyone would enjoy that. I think that would be displeasurable for everyone in this room. That's what I
Hilltree
believe.
small. Hilltree, get in.
Hilltree, don't get in. Hang on, don't get in.
Moving
No,
on.
neither of you
I
want
go and
that.
I
Neither of
pick
you
up
want
Hilltree
that.
and I try to put him in.
He's gonna make
Get
a
him out of here.
strength
Come on,
check.
get him out.
Can I
Okay.
can I try and pull my poor live clock away from this situation and coddle him?
That's a
Let him
24.
suckle on my teeth.
Hilltree ducks out of your arms and runs between your legs and hides behind Sylnan.
I put one of
How?
I put one of my hands.
He
on,
rolled a
like-
natural 20.
Yeah, I put one of my hands on Anders' back and like sigh.
Oh yeah, he's here.
Well, listen, when are we gonna leave to do this? Do we have like a day here? Is
Well,
that all?
whatever time it takes. I mean,
These are the ambient. Don't worry about it.
Oh!
I just like stare behind me slowly. Like, yeah, do we... Yeah, there are some things I'd like
that
to
was
do.
only
I think,
the goblin.
before we head out.
Why is this our podcast?
And it's pretty important that we get things done.
It just ends with a.
I give him a little scratch behind one of his eye stalks, and then I pat him and say, "Good boy." I don't know.
Bye.
Okay, sure. And then I pop him out.
He was just mimicking you.
Now he's a boy now. I think he is.
Understandable.
We have time before you guys head out. I mean, you can stay in town, get the supplies you need, more information. I just recently landed as well, and I haven't gotten much from it. However,
I see.
what I do know is the location of the ruins, so whenever you're ready, we can start our trek there. It's going to be a pretty long travel. However, I have an easier way to get there.
That's good.
How's that?
Yeah, no, I can't imagine us needing more than like a day.
Do we want to just give it a day and then meet back here at the end of it?
That works for me. I'll be staying
Do a
here.
big
I'm either
group
here or
huddle
I'm in
and-
the temple,
Okay.
helping out those who need it.
Okay.
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 I pop in my familiar. Okay.
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 Not okay.
Not okay.
Slap it.
Not okay.
Don't slap it! I pop him out. Don't let him
I
slap
slap
it.
it.
No, he doesn't. I take the
would be
blow
bad.
for him.
That would be bad.
I didn't slap it hard. Just kind of like.
All right. I say, it was great to meet you, Ender, and I hold out my hand for a handshake, and then at the last second I change it into a fist because he's gonna pound it. Yes, yes, and then I go in.
I'm not sure what you mean.
Pound
I
it.
want you to pound it.
I want you to
What?
pound it.
Punch his hand.
Okay.
Does a 17 beat your armor class, Br'aad?
Absolutely, dude.
Okay, you take 8 points of bludgeoning damage as your entire arm just rockets back, and you hear your elbow and like near your bicep just crack loudly as your arm is shot backwards.
Do I still have an arm?
Yes.
I accidentally put 78 instead of 8 and killed myself.
And that's the end of the campaign. All right.
Well, boys, it's been a good run.
Roll a new character.
Larissa's uncle kills
I look at
everybody.
my fist.
I like
No,
this
I
guy.
look at my fist and whisper under my breath, is that what I was supposed to do?
No.
Yeah, it was.
I'm crying and smiling because I got pounded, but I got pounded too hard.
That was a hard pounding.
Oh my god.
All right,
Oh,
that's the plan. Break.
Like your
Break.
arm.
Haha, that's a really
Do we
good
need-
one. I can't ever use this again.
Anyway, if anybody has any more questions, I'll be here, but just keep me updated on what the plans are.
Alright, I do have one question.
What would that be?
Oh god.
Is there anywhere that I can get
Some
A dog.
alcohol. I'm mountain.
A dog.
a
Oh, a
dog?
dog.
I'd talk around with the gods or maybe people who are more familiar with the city. There might be a breeder of some sort maybe nearby. I'm not sure.
You're gonna
All
get
right,
a dog and you end up getting it killed.
That's not very
Actually,
nice.
You will
Mountain,
die before the dog dies, Taxi. I promise that.
The
Why are you
guard.
so
I don't
aggressive
know if
towards
that's
me?
even just a general
Why are you such a
thing or,
bitch?
like,
I
an
don't know. Why are you
aggressive-
talking
Hey,
about my
guys.
dog
I mean,
dying? That's
Tag-
not cool. I haven't even got
I
the
tried to
dog
be
yet.
kind to you. You were kind to me before I left, and now you changed back to something else. What happened to you?
I don't know. Almost.
You're so confusing.
Whatever, Taxi. Just.
Sometimes more than Br'aad.
Now that's
I don't
hurtful
even-
and
Yeah, I don't
not
even know
true
where I am.
at
I
all.
just broke my hand.
Listen, Mountain.
Sylnan,
guard-
what?
The guard at the first checkpoint told me that the Whimpering Weasel in the first checkpoint, the guy there knows his stuff about the area. Maybe that's where you should go to find out about it.
Will you go with me? I don't want to go alone.
Okay, Br'aad, you should come
Alright,
with.
I'm
We should
also
try to sell that
going.
stuff.
We should all go.
I'll be
haven't
staying
seen
here.
you- Okay.
Okay.
Maybe the five of us could talk if you wanna.
I have work to do at the
Join
temple
us, though.
anyway.
But I didn't want to take you away from your uncle, though. He will be with us for a while,
I
but
mean, it's not a problem. I can always see him back at the temple.
All right, let's go.
I say my goodbyes.
Let's all go to the
I say
tavern
my
and have a
goodbyes to Anya.
conversation.
Boys' night out. I'm Velrissa.
Yeah.
It's a Velrissa's night
She's
out.
one of the
She's one of the
boys.
boys. She's one of the boys.
At
She's
this
one of the
point?
boys.
So, you
Oh,
guys
this has
head.
just been a dude with a girl filter on this entire time.
Bro, I got
You
the
guys head
Snapchat.
back to the second checkpoint. Down, kind of actually close to
should've
the
asked
first
him.
wall. And there you can easily see the tavern. There is a large dangling sign in front of the front porch. There's a front porch entirely roofed with a nice railing, and there's a set of open doors. As soon as you're walking up, you can see two guys fighting on the front porch. One of them gets knocked down the staircase and lays in the dirt. The second one kind of finishes his drink and walks back inside. Even from this far down the street, you can hear commotion happening inside. Several instruments being played, sounds of tapping boots, screaming and hollering.
Seems like your kind of
Okay,
place,
Mountain.
Mountain.
I
Bart?
will constantly keep
I mean,
my perception.
As
Oh.
somebody with a past perception of yours does.
looks like fun. Let's go.
I'm gonna
I'll
lean
walk
over to
in.
Mountain. I'm
I
gonna lean over
agree.
to Mountain. Try not to kill anyone. Mountain says
Sorry, my
nothing
dad's
because
outside
this
the
is a
window.
podcast and no one can see what he just
Sorry, my dad's outside the window.
Mountain just uncomfortably
Okay.
stares at me as the light leaves his eyes.
Mountain is dead. Roll your
I'm sorry.
character.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
I said, I fucking forget. Shit. Oh, I said don't kill anyone.
Try
Try
not to kill him.
anybody. Yeah.
I mean, I'll do my best.
I also
won't
keep my
go.
perception
Mountain,
up
if
and
you-
direct it directly at Mountain.
As
I crack my
somebody
neck
does
and
it with
walk
your
in.
best perception, but go
Yeah,
for it.
I know. What my eyes shoot in opposite directions.
So, as you guys walk through, it's not like crowded, but it's pretty lively in here. It's getting close to the evening. So there is about the time people would start drinking and getting off of their labor jobs in the day. There's plenty of people, old farm hands, young, shady looking individuals, drinking, dancing around tables. There's a few bards playing on a small stage, the occasional whore walking here and there, barmaids as well,
Did
serving
you say
drinks.
horse?
Whores. The thing that
Whores.
Hilltree
It's
likes.
been like months. We're still doing the horse gag.
Gotta do the callbacks, man.
As you look over to the bar, which is to your right, so to your left, there's many small circular tables surrounding the small stage, and to your right, there's a very simple bar with a kitchen behind it. And there you see a man. It looks like genetics weren't too kind to this poor fellow. His face elongated with a large overbite, his nose crooked a little bit with occasional pimples and blemishes across it as it cranes down to his upper lip. He looks like a rodent. He looks like a weasel.
Unexpected insults.
Look at that fucking guy.
He, however,
Hey guys, take a gander at that fucker.
take a good look at that snout. But
I'm looking at him and laughing.
What?
you
aside
seriously?
from
What the
the
fuck
very,
is wrong with you?
I slap Mountain in the arm a little bit.
aside from the horrendous facial features,
What? He's funny looking.
you can see him, he's serving drinks, and the way he's doing it is very sleight of hand, very accurate. The way he flicks his wrists, small glasses like shot glasses spiral and land perfectly and slide down the bar. As they do, he pours it as it slides, mixing drinks, throwing them over his shoulders, almost like he's doing a magic show with his hands as he's serving drinks. You can see
Hey, I just understood it. He looks like a weasel, and this place is
the
called
place is called the
Whimpering
Whimpering Weasel, yes.
Does
You
he
assume-
whimper while he does any of
Nice.
this?
He is not whimpering in the slightest, however,
Not
he
yet.
seems very, very adept at serving drinks and making it look like a good show as he does it. As you guys walk in, his eyes immediately meet yours, and he goes, "Hi, come over here if you need a drink, otherwise show's over there."
I always need a drink.
I'm
I
gonna go
walk
up to
right
the
over.
bar.
I go to the show because I'm
I go
not
with him.
touching
Yeah, I
drinks
look at
anymore.
whatever he's
Hadn't-
talking
I
about with the
hadn't-
show.
All right, you're looking over the show.
I'm going to
Go ahead,
find.
go ahead, Taxi.
I'm gonna find an empty table and grab it. For
Okay.
the
There are a couple of empty tables, pretty easy to find. Sylnan, what are you doing?
I'm going with Mountain.
Okay, so looking over the show, Velrissa and Br'aad, you see there are three males who seem to be twins, all of them pretty young. Two are playing lutes, and the third one is sitting down around a large drum and beating it to the beat as well. To their left and right, there are women of the night variety, raising their skirts up and dancing with their, trying to show off their legs as much as possible.
Pussy flash.
Essentially. As you head to the bar, Mountain and Sylnan, as you approach, Weasel finishes serving the drinks. He tosses them to his left and right, not even looking at the people he's serving them to, but they land perfectly in front of them. He meets your eyes, Mountain, and goes, "So what'll it be tonight for you?"
Some of the strong stuff, Weasel guy.
Strong stuff. All right, I think I got you.
And same for him.
What?
You heard me.
Listen, okay, I'll drink after we figure out what we need to figure out.
All right, he pulls out a small bottle from somewhere behind him, almost like
Magic.
he pulls the bottle out, he spirals it, and then he pours it into a tankard. It's a very dark, almost black color. And then he hands it to you and goes, "All right, it's 4 copper right there for you, my good sir."
Give him 4 copper.
All right. Enjoy your drink. Now, what was it for you?
So we needed to figure some stuff out. We were told that you were actually pretty knowledgeable about
Oh,
the area.
knowledge is always easy to obtain. It's just not free. And then he leans over and he opens up his
Of
apron
course,
pocket and
yeah.
gives you a little wink.
How much
Reach
are we
inside.
talking?
No. It's his dick. You touched his dick. Oh god.
Oh,
the
God,
old
oh, fuck.
popcorn movie theater trick. He got fucking pranked.
How much are we talking?
Depends how much information you're wanting.
Okay, well, listen, we're looking to, we're looking to sell some of our procured goods. It's pretty collector stuff. It's a golden ornate.
Procured. I get it. Trust me.
yes,
I
I
see
suppose.
exactly what you're saying.
Uh-huh.
3 gold.
Okay, I toss him 3 gold.
Perfect. There's a fence around here. They call themselves the Chaos's Light. They dabble with fencing goods that are exactly not clean-handed when you obtain them, if you catch my drift.
Of course, yeah. Wait, what was the place called?
Chaos's Light.
Chaos's Light. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Anything
and
else for you?
Where about would that be?
Meet me tonight and I can show you where, after I close up shop.
Sounds good.
That's
And
not
also-
information I can say vocally.
Understandable.
Underground syndicate.
I mean, obviously, but I mean, I'm not gonna find that on my own.
Fuck you.
Also, he's looking for a breeder, a dog breeder. of
Oh,
sorts.
dog
Oh,
breeder,
yeah,
yes.
that's right. Dogs. Yep.
As you take your sip as well, Mountain, of that drink, it is extremely strong. You've had, even though you weren't raised by dwarves, you've had dwarven stout before. It does not compare.
That's good stuff.
Ah.
What is that?
I'm sure you like it. It's called the Fortnight, and that's how long it keeps you drunk for.
The fucking Fortnite, Jared.
You're fired as our DM.
Oh my
Saying the
god,
shitty
I'm
video
drinking
game that nobody
Fortnite.
As in the actual
Stop.
as in the actual term Fortnite. Not the fucking
Oh, I'm
shitty
quite
video
aware
game.
of what
out of this.
Fortnite means.
I thought we grew out of this. Charlie mentions V-Bucks instead of
don't
fucking
mean the
gold, and then
fucking
Jared goes to
game.
drink
I
the
don't mean the
Fortnite.
fucking shitty
This
game.
is so good.
I mean the
Okay.
term Fortnite, as in 2
Oh,
weeks.
I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
Keep
dude.
that
Don't even
shitty
How much
sweat
fucking
it.
12-year-old Minecraft game out for me,
Don't
please.
even sweat it, bro.
Okay.
How much for a lot of this?
A lot of what?
How much are you talking? You mean the whole bottle?
Yeah.
The
A bottle
bottle's
of
gonna
what?
be it's gonna be 3 silver for it.
3 silver. Let me get 2.
All right, it's a gold and a silver. It's gold and a silver.
Okay.
And I'm gold and silver.
He hands you 2 bottles of it.
Yeah.
Please,
let's
please
get
say,
crazy.
please say, wow, I love Fortnite. Please say it. Please say it. Please come.
I take a big swig
And just say, man, I fucking love Fortnite.
I hate it. I hate it already.
I hate this. Anyways, about
Taxi.
You guys have single-handedly ruined everything, and I'm quitting this
No,
fucking,
it's fine,
fucking
it's
game.
fine.
Velrissa's
I needed that
not
so
too sure
much.
what she's looking at with this show, so I head over to the bar and meet you guys.
I also do that. I'm not very into this.
Larissa,
I meditate.
have some Fortnite.
No, come on.
No, thank you.
listen.
Rod,
Okay, while he's
Fortnite.
off
Is that
doing
Fortnite?
whatever,
I've heard so much about it. Oh,
Where
sorry.
is
I
Fortnite?
have
find a
Have
dog
some.
breeder where we can get this man a dog. He clearly needs somebody in his life.
The fuck does that mean, Sylnan?
Oh my god.
You know what? Drink. Drink, Sylnan.
Does,
I'm
Here's a
okay for
bottle.
now.
does he really?
No, you're
does
not.
He really need anything in
Listen.
his life? He has Fortnite.
Every time I think it's
I
fucking
hate
gone.
this.
I put one of the
Okay.
bottles down and I grabbed Sylnan by the shirt. You better fucking drink the
I'll drink-
Fortnite.
I'll drink it in a fucking moment.
I'm trying to save you, Jared. It's so hard right now.
It's okay. It's all right.
I'm at a
I'm just
table,
waiting for
right?
it to end, but it doesn't.
So since Taxi's last
I spot
time,
Taxi at the table and walk over to him.
cool.
Mm-hmm.
Since Taxi's last time partying and drinking was not good choices afterwards,
Same. I
he's
go
sitting
with
there
Taxi.
scanning the room with eagle eyes, looking and making sure, just watching really carefully to see if he spots anything interesting, suspicious, or just downright not good.
Okay, make a perception check.
I already rolled it. 21.
21. Okay. So we'll get to that in a second. Let's move on to Mountain and Dog Breeder. As that was what we were in the middle of when the fucking shitty Fortnite joke happened.
Yes.
I didn't come up with it. I was just rolling with it.
Hey, that's what we do.
I want to fucking nuke this tavern.
Random
it.
encounter meteorite.
Anyway. Yes, there's depends what kind of dog are you looking for? Just a basic like hound, or you want something a bit more on the side of protection, defense?
Big dog. That's what I'm looking
There's a
for.
mastiff breeder near the castle grounds.
Mastiff, yeah. That'd be great.
Yeah, so I'd look around there. From what I've heard, I mean, mostly they're sold to the actual gods and they're used for combat, but they make very reliable pets when trained properly.
Okay, well, thank you.
Yeah, anybody else need anything? Drinks? Anyone? He looks back at you, Sylnan. Were you wanting a drink as well, or just the information?
I'm honestly actually some food actually.
Oh, food.
gotta be
Perfect. I
like-
can get
yeah.
you something.
Haven't eaten in a while.
Let's see what Sylnan eats.
Hamburger.
Hamburger.
Hamburger. I would like
Flesh.
a hamburger.
Are there hamburgers in D&D?
There are not
Chimkin.
hamburgers in D&D.
Sorry, you said it like it was a dumb question, but I didn't know if it was or not.
There is steak, obviously, but you could probably get something like a bread wrap steak and be the closest thing you could get. But hamburgers do not exist yet.
Sad.
So Sylnan, I assume you go sit down at the table with Taxi and them.
Yeah.
Okay, he eventually for 10 copper, which would be 2 silver. He
Wait,
brings
wait,
1
wait,
silver,
wait,
1
wait,
silver.
wait.
My bad, 1 silver.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
1 silver. I don't know why I said 2 silver. 1 silver. My brain went big retard. But he brings you a smoked duck with some dried beetroot.
Looks delicious.
Anyway, for Taxi as
Want
well,
someone
with
something
your,
to wash that down?
with your perception, as you look around, there are a few people who seem shady. They're not doing anything shady. It's the way they dress, the way they look. Some of them a bit more brute than the rest. Other ones wearing cloaks. Hoods not pulled up, but still the way they dress or carry themselves, the way they sit, they might seem a little shady. Most of them are just talking to the whores or having a drink. None of them seem to be actually causing any trouble. There's the occasional bar fight, but they seem more in good sport than they are breaking any laws or breaking any of the nearby furniture.
Okay.
The place, while it is chaotic, it seems to be a controlled chaos. Almost like the people here a lot of them are regulars and they know what they can get away with.
So everyone's at a table now?
Yeah. While he's giving me my food, I want to ask him. Hey, what time do you close up?
I'll be closing up in 5 hours. 5 hours.
5 hours. Okay.
Just before the mid of night.
Okay. Sounds good.
All right. He heads back to the bar.
I'll move over to the table with Taxi.
Mm-hmm.
Listen. We are a group, right? So,
I mean, yeah.
Sure, I guess.
whenever one of us wants to do something, are we going to support that? Each other from now on? Like,
I mean,
Guess it depends on the
shown,
thing.
You've shown us that it depends on the thing.
well, what do you mean?
Well, we did a big heist thing, and then
Right. Well,
remember that just happened.
I would have
Yeah.
obviously been there if Vel's uncle wasn't in town. But I mean, for something big where we have to travel far, I just don't I mean, are we going to need a reason? If that makes sense. For
Listen,
example,
right now,
with Chup, are we all going to accompany Mountain after?
I'm
I
kind
mean-
of just putting that off for as long as I can.
For me,
I
all
mean-
of this is such a breath of fresh air. Like, okay, don't get me wrong, the gold's nice, right? So I'm gonna shoot my shot. But even if I don't get it, being out there, doing the stuff we've done, being with you guys, that's the real reward. Fuck, that sounded too gushy. I'm gonna take it all back.
I mean,
I'm in it for the money.
there's always going to be opportunities for gold. I mean, think of anything you acquire from, let's say, a treasure or something. You could always sell that. It might give you more riches than what you're used to.
Me personally,
Well,
I have
also,
no
like,
interest
magic-
in it. Of course, I
I just like killing shit.
am aware that
Yeah, so
you need some sort of money in order to get things. Like, I have a really... It's a cheap staff, but I made it look pretty, and
I think it looks super cool.
Thank
I like
you.
it.
but I don't
Little girl.
I don't care about gold. I don't care about gold. I just care about helping.
Listen,
That's
as of
nice.
right
After
now,
the
for me,
wolf,
Cute.
I don't. If there's a place that we can make infinitely better, I want to go down that route.
Listen,
I
for
agree
me, at least,
completely.
after I deal with my arm, my entire life, everything I've ever known is completely in shambles right now. I've got nothing except for Br'aad here.
Yeah,
But like,
you guys
um,
did go through a lot. We haven't really had the
there's-
chance to sit.
yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot you died, Sylnan.
No, you didn't.
Thank you,
You
thank
didn't
you,
forget.
Captain.
How could you forget that?
He didn't.
I don't know.
Andrew.
It's just kind of been happening. I didn't really.
This is the first time I'm alive.
No, I also know that I've made a lot of objectively bad decisions. So maybe this will be a good change of pace to do
Something good.
that'll probably turn out good.
Hopefully. I just want to make
Yeah, we'll
sure,
fuck it up
I don't
someday.
want to. I don't want any of you to stay around if you don't feel like it's something you care to do.
Look, if any of us were gonna leave, we would have done it already. Okay.
I
We're
also feel like none of us would make it without the others, but that's just my opinion. And maybe that's
That'd be
just
fine.
me. Oh,
Oh, I certainly wouldn't be here without you guys. Sylnan is the one who saved
No.
me after all.
well, oh, never mind. It's fine. Whatever.
I give Hulk a little pat on my head.
It's just back in the wharf when Sylnan died. I almost ran, and so I want to make sure no one here
Wait,
feels
what?
like leaving. If they
I
don't,
don't think it was easy for
Almost-
any of us.
If you ran, we never would have gotten him back. So
I know.
I'm glad you didn't. Yeah, and I mean, you really made a difference, and you gave me my brother back. So I actually, thinking about it now, I owe you a whole bunch.
No, Br'aad, you don't owe me anything.
Oh my god.
No. It's as long as all of us stay on the same page. I'm glad that we're together. Somehow.
Okay.
Mountain, except for you. Alright, you confused me.
What do you mean?
Damn, dude.
Well, I like to think we're all friends. I mean,
There's some points where I think we're friends, Mountain. And then other times I think you want to kill me.
No, listen, we're all friends. We're going on adventures. Cheers to that. Cheers to that. I don't have a
Taxi.
glass. I make one. I magic one. I cheers. I'm raising the glass. We're doing it. Cheersing.
Br'aad, fuck
I
off
want
for a
out of this-
second. Taxi,
Br'aad,
I
let-
put my hand on Taxi's shoulder. I'm just giving you a hard time, man. Don't worry about it. We're cool.
Alright.
I don't know what any of those words mean, but okay.
It's a family.
To
Anybody?
friendship.
The family.
To killing shit.
Steph.
Oh
Yeah.
wait.
I don't have a drink, I
don't
just
know
raised
about
my...
that last one.
Okay. Is there anything else that you guys want to air out before
Well-
we, go out and revive
I don't
a
know. Do you want
forest
to hear about what
and kill
happened
dead things?
in the? Well, we gotta sell some stuff first and probably get prepared.
I don't. I don't think we should ever
Get a
talk about
dog.
what happened in Shea Grove.
What happened?
Are you
in
sure? It's pretty
Shaker?
entertaining. It's pretty great.
I could talk about it.
Yeah, actually, no, Mountain.
What
I haven't
happened
heard
in
your side of it.
Shea
to
Grove
you?
stays in Shea Grove, I guess.
Oh, Actually, it's a funny story. I was drinking. All right, everybody cheering me on. It was a great time.
Yeah.
Felt more triumphant than I had in a while. And then I woke up.
Oh. Okay.
We were in the woods.
From what Br'aad told
Nice.
me, Velrissa, we shouldn't go back. They shouldn't.
Yeah, no, I mean, I left
Probably.
Stardew in a state
You know
of
what?
confusion. I also kissed
They
him.
are alive. They are alive, okay?
What?
That's all that matters, is that they're alive. I look at Sylnan very confused.
I did what I had to do. Everybody get up, it's time to mid-roll. We got a real roll going down, welcome to the mid-roll. Here's your chance, do your dance at the mid-roll. Alright. I don't know what that was. Hey, it's me, Conda Fiction, dead inside, currently. Thank you for asking. Sorry that we haven't been uploading lately. It's been a rough month or so. I don't know how long it's been. Honestly, the time kind of just slowly mends together until really it's just kind of a lump of void emotion. This is a really depressing mid-roll. Damn. Okay, anyway, yeah, hey, how's it going? Been a while. Been a while since we chatted like this. Let's talk about my the favorite topics, anything over some dinner like this, I got us some fucking Olive Garden, chicken Alfredo. We have fuckloads of bread, unlimited breadsticks here. I want to talk about my favorite stuff, like rating us on iTunes. Wow, iTunes ratings, those are so cool. You should totally do that. So what? You like those too? No way. I bet you leave great reviews, like 5 stars from Hunter Wee, who says, "Guilty pleasure. These guys are awesome. The turnaround time for episodes is glacial. Great show, but my interest wanes with all the waiting." Wait a minute. Oops. And Dr. Funkiller, who says, just epic. Just epic. I'm dying right now. Holy shit. I feel awful. It's also pretty cool joining us on the Discord, where a bunch of lovely people come together and chat about stuff and things, and play video games and do things and stuff. It's pretty neato. I love that. You can also follow us on Twitter and tweet at us at JRWI Show, and also using the hashtag JRWI Show. No way. Pretty cool. You know what else is pretty cool? The fact that there's some lovely people paying for our meal here at Olive Garden today. Lovely people such as Alexandra Coyne, Allison Dean, Andrew Gorgu, Bearded Baguette, I think is what that says, yeah. Cloen, Divinator, Ethor Haraldson, Frick me, Br'aad. You keep that up and he might. Greg Assault, Jacob Archer, Jay Newell, Josh Bordarski, Just Another Emma, McChex, Millionito, Muffle Buns, Oathkeeper, Pie Incorporated, Rassy19, Samantha Dawn, Shalasha's Gay, and Trash. Thank you guys so much for purchasing this lovely meal and bringing me out on this date. Wow. I'm so happy. Oh, wait. Oh, it looks like they're kicking it. We ate too many breadsticks. Yeah, it turns out it wasn't unlimited. They ran out, and now we're getting... I guess enjoy the rest of the episode. That kind of ruined the date a bit, but whatever. Talk about what we're doing.
As I said, everybody need to have their things planned for what they're doing. Let's start with Sylnan. What are you doing before we head out?
Okay. Well, I want to go sell that shit with Br'aad, obviously, so I'm gonna wait around,
Okay,
I guess, for
dude,
this place to close.
Calm down, man. It's
Okay,
alright.
okay, cool. Good.
Yeah,
Good.
Alright.
fuck it up. We're gonna fucking sell shit.
Velrissa,
Br'aad,
what are you doing?
Split the fucking money.
Just chilling.
Anything? Chilling?
Yeah.
Nate? Taxi? What's Taxi doing?
Roll to chill.
I'm going to see if there are. Well, first of all, I want to say goodbye to the. Did I learn that they were monks at all, in the time that they traveled? That's important to me.
Who?
If the Shinzen in the cathedral.
Some of them are you talking about the panda folk, right? Or
Yeah.
he would have mentioned to you that some of them may have monk or monistic sort of ways of life and follow that path, but not all of them are monks. A lot of their kind are established brewmasters as well.
Okay. I would have said my goodbyes to that group.
Mm-hmm.
I hope I gotten to know at least some of them. And I want to make sure that if Br'aad and Sylnan look for healing potions or a staff that does more damage than mine, that they have permission to have my money. So if they were going to buy something they couldn't afford, I would have helped out.
Okay, Mountain.
And that's about it.
Dog.
Nice and vague.
All right. Slime, what is Br'aad doing?
Br'aad is going with Sylnan, and I assume Mountain, unless he's got some fucking fight to be in, to sell this stuff because they all were
Okay,
part
well,
of
it's
the
going to
heist.
be tonight, so it's going to be at like 11 p.m. is when this is happening.
Would it still... Okay, wait, just... Okay, I guess this is metagaming, but if it's not still open, I don't want to play the scene of walking up to the door, knocking, no one responding, and then walking back.
Oh, no. You
Yeah.
guys aren't going to sell anything at like a store. You're going to a underground
Oh, the
syndicate.
hole-in-the-wall place. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
can we all go?
Yeah, but
Is
what
it-
are their hours?
They-
Is this dog breeder guy gonna have hours?
at night he will not be open for sure. At night
It would be the next.
then what the
no,
fuck?
No,
Then
it
no
would be the
morning.
next
Then
day
I'm not-
before
in the
we leave.
morning. Yeah,
Do it in the morning.
this is still the night
Okay, so-
before. This is just because he wanted to go
So
talk.
we'll all. Okay, here's the deal. We all wait.
Okay.
Because
I will-
I also
cut-
vaguely look up into the sky and say, I'm not shy, where are you? I want my boon.
Oh yeah,
what?
that's right. Well,
He
the
promised me
Mafia
something and
promised
life clock's
boon.
not gone, so I guess I did it. I don't know.
Anyway,
We'll get to that.
So yeah, we'll just
That's
kind of
right,
hang
that's
out
fine,
until the
yeah.
place closes and the guy brings us to
Okay,
the fence.
so we'll do
Yeah.
that. Who's accompanying them to the underground
It's not a literal
criminal ring?
fence.
Tax is going. Anybody else?
To
Mountain's
make sure
going.
they don't die.
All right, Velrissa, you going? Nope.
Everyone but
No.
Velrissa.
Understandable. So,
We explained that it's
That's
underground
fair.
and it's shady, and she's like, nope.
so you guys.
I go back
Go
to
ahead.
like the inn where we first like gathered, and I just chill there.
Okay, I mean that works. Yeah. I will assume you guys probably
chill
get
with
rooms.
Arda.
It'll cost you a total of 2 gold.
Can I do my entertainer shenanigans?
Brod's got it.
to...
Yeah.
Can I do
Brod the
my
money guy.
entertainer things to put on a show and get rooms?
They already had a show tonight, so not tonight, but you could do it for further
Shit,
lodging.
That's fine. All right, whatever. I'll pay the gold. Is it 2 each?
Two in total.
Oh,
Okay,
okay,
so
okay.
Yeah, it's a very
Prices
squabble.
wildly
It's a very
differ.
Rich
small-
man's got it
Yeah.
covered.
So that night, after the place begins closing down, you go outside to meet with Weasel. As the 4 of you step outside, he seems taken aback a little bit. I didn't know you were bringing so many guests.
Should we not?
I look at Mountain. We're his bodyguards.
Yes. Make way.
Yes,
I mean,
make way. It is I.
the
body
The
guard.
body.
Taxi stands at his full posture height instead of like kind of close together and like crosses his arm and tries to
Mhm.
appear as he's
Um.
accompanying them as a guardian.
Yeah, right. That's fine to me. I don't know about them if they'll be uncomfortable or not by a group of people, but that's fine. Here, follow
I
me.
mean, all we want to do is make a
Yes,
transaction.
follow me. Follow me. He leads you down the street
Follow.
to a small back alley off the end of the road. As you follow down, it's very quiet. You can occasionally hear the sound of dripping water somewhere nearby. Some of the cobblestone bricks of the walls have some moss overgrown into it. Just broken barrels, broken small carts around the alleyway. He leads you over to a small set of hatch doors leading to the basement of one of the nearby abandoned buildings. He leans over to it and he fumbles with the handles in a certain way, and then they come open. You head right down here. Be careful where you walk and make sure you let them know what you're there for as soon as you run into anybody, so that way you don't get your heads cut off.
Of course, yeah. we'll do that.
All right, if that's all you needed, I'm gonna head back. I got more cleaning to finish up before I retire for the night.
Thank you,
Sounds
Weasel.
good.
Good luck to you. And he walks off, murmuring something as he wipes off another glass cup he still had in his hand.
Okay, yeah, let's go in.
All right. You
Let's
step
go.
down into a very dark, stone hallway with wooden beams supporting it. Immediately as you get down there, the smell of like mold hits you. The smell of, as you can imagine, like a basement that hasn't been cleaned, like a wine cellar in years.
I
Just-
can't imagine basement.
Just the smell of like
big
mold,
restriction.
fungus, and dirt, layers of dust. It smells
It's
unkept.
dark. It's dark to where we can't see anything.
People without dark vision, yes, which would be nobody here.
Again, nobody here.
Just in
Uh-huh.
case, as soon as we enter, I'm gonna cast Fairy Fire.
Sure.
So it's an
The-
invisible,
Yeah,
and it's a save.
it's a the fairy fire is, what's the range on fairy fire? I believe it's 20
60.
60?
It's 60 feet, but it's a 20-foot cube.
20 foot
around
cube,
me.
right? Yeah.
So I'll just hold it on me for a minute as we go.
Wait, it's light, but it's invisible.
it's not light at all. It
It's
just
invisible.
outlines
my-
it outlines things for him.
Yeah, in my eyes, and whoever.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, and
I s-
allies.
okay, I
right?
understand.
If I
now.
choose for allies, yeah, to see it, I think.
It is.
I was like, wait, if it's invisible light,
But-
it's just dark still.
But for here, I'm not going to.
Yeah, okay, so yeah, for how fairy fire works is it's 20-foot cube around you as soon as you cast it. It doesn't follow with you though. So if you do it now, it's gonna be 20 feet around you, and then it'll stay there.
Can I put it in a room?
You can put it ahead
In
of
the
you if
room
you
in
like.
front of us?
It's anywhere within 60 feet. You can make a 20-foot cube. Basically, is how it works. So you can take
Okay,
it. So you
yeah.
can take it in front of you, make a 20-foot cube where the room opens if you want.
Yep.
Okay, so doing that, you don't see anything up here that's not the objects. You see a few barrels and then the walls and the support beams of where the room opens up. You start to see where the hallway ends, and it seems to come into a circular manner of a room. So that's all you see.
Noted.
Ominous.
Quietly, I'll say. I don't see any figures, so just expect the unexpected.
I mean, I'm sure nothing will go wrong. We're just here to sell stuff.
It's a little
I-
ominous.
Yeah, whatever. Can I do like a perception check to see if I can see
Yeah,
anybody in the dark?
whatever.
If you do what?
See anybody in the dark?
Go for it.
Me in any bad
That's
situation.
a 2. Okay.
Yeah, whatever.
2 plus 4, 6.
We'll just usher
So-
forward.
You don't notice anybody.
Yeah, I walk forward. Fuck it.
As you
Fuck it.
walk forward, the hallway ends and instead it comes to a very circular room. As you look around, it seems to be an abandoned. It's hard to tell exactly. There's a lot of scaffolding and leftover lumber put in roped piles. Parts of the walls where the room meets the other halves of the circle seem to be broken in, almost like there used to be a wall there. So it's almost like somebody's basement that was connecting to another house has been broken into one open room. Like construction was starting there, but it never finished. There's occasional slab counters, bags and barrels of what seem to be just basic ingredients, some full of flour and salt, things like that. But it's very barren and empty in here. But as soon as you walk out into this part of it, a voice pipes up. Who's there?
Hi, yeah, we're just here to sell some stuff. Some procured goods that we have.
Lay them on the floor in front of you.
Br'aad.
This is gonna be so awkward. Okay.
1 second, this might take a
I have
second.
my arms crossed because I'm like a bodyguard. I step forward and then I just snap, right? And then gross ass fucking live clonk appears, and then I just reach in. Can we see this guy that we were talking to?
You don't
right
see
now?
anything. You just hear a voice echoing through the circular chamber.
Okay, I just look forward and I'm like trying to suppress a smile as I'm like just pulling this sword out very slowly.
You pull the sword out, and then live clock just goes, and then the goblet just fires out of his mouth and hits the ground as well.
Ding, 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 ding.
Well, that's already there. And then I put the sword down too.
Mhm.
And then I pat live clock. And then I snap him out.
Okay. There's a silence for a few seconds, and then you hear the sound of what sounds like a rustling cloak. Then a whoosh, and a small raven flies down and lands next to the sword and the goblet on the ground. It gets on top of them and starts pecking at them a little bit, almost like it's observing them. And then you begin to hear footsteps approaching. and then the snap of a finger, and the raven flies back and lands on somebody's arm. A man approaches, long white hair with jet black eyes, elven features of the face, wearing a simple black robing that has runic, so almost like carvings, also black but etched into the material. Kind of hard to make out what they mean. They don't seem familiar to any of you, and it's tied together by a black leather belt as well.
And, where did you get these items?
Well, we found them.
You don't need
at
to
a
bullshit
playhouse
me.
in Shaygrove. We stole them from a playhouse in Shaygrove.
Right.
That's fine with me. And then he snaps again, and the raven on his arm just dissipates and disappears. He picks up the sword.
This isn't bad quality. The decoration on it's pretty nice as well.
Sets it down, looks at the goblet as well.
I'll tell you what, friends. 328 gold for both of them.
Can I check to make sure if that's a good price or not? 'Cause I have no
insight check.
idea. Okay.
Oh,
It probably
God,
won't
wait,
be
is your
good,
insight good?
but
I kind of wanted to insight check
Go,
myself.
you can make an insight check as well if you like.
4. Go for it. I got a 4. It's a fucking
That-
steal, guys.
Wait,
Let's
what is
take
my
it.
insight? Oh, that's 11 plus 7, 18.
18?
Yeah.
He's taking all of Taxi's energy just to look upright as possible and as confident as much as he can.
And to cross my arms as hard as possible.
You look like flexing your arms as you cross them.
Yeah, my
the
tiny
price-
little monk arms.
When you think about it, the gems themselves are probably worth a lot, but it's hard to tell exactly with this economy and exactly how much of the gem's weight is part of the goblet. The sword itself, it seems pretty fine for, but the goblet's a little bit more questionable because of the ornate jewelry inside of it. But the price doesn't seem bad. It doesn't seem like you're getting short-sighted by a lot, if even any.
Okay. I should fucking barter. I don't know how bartering works. Wait, I've fucking
It's all
fenced
you,
stuff
dude.
before.
Yeah,
Right?
you've
Sylnan
definitely
would have fenced. You can barter with fencers, right?
I mean, that's a
It's
that's
not
a
like
you
fucking-
choice.
Well, like in my
You've probably
experience, have I
done it before. Probably failed and passed a couple of times. Depends on the
Sylnan is
person
cunning.
you're selling to.
Okay.
He's a cunning man.
Listen, that
Dumb.
feels a little bit cheap considering what we're selling here. There's a lot of very nice gems in there. I was thinking more around 450-ish.
Oh, that's a big jump!
Make a persuasion
He'll-
check.
Don't worry about it. A persuasion check.
Keep my arms crossed.
Oh,
I
that's
crossed my
good.
arms
That's really
so
good.
hard.
That's 25.
Let's go, Sylnan.
He
My arms are unbelievably crossed,
he
dude, right
he,
now.
he smiles.
They're so crossed.
My arms are wrapped around my whole body and then back to the front.
All right, Mr. Fantastic,
Taxi's
calm your
eyes
fucking
glow
tits.
green as he's trying
My
to
arms
fucking...
wrap around Mountain and then cross in front of Mountain.
Just like coming off of your body is just the do-do-dos from
Don't
JoJo.
cheat our boss.
He grins,
Shut
and
the
as
fuck
his
up,
mouth
Taxi.
opens for a half-smiled grin, you can see a lot of the teeth are missing. The ones left kind of rotted, a little crooked as well. You can see the black ends on the teeth. He
Someone who's been in the game before, I see. Sadly, I can't
You
I
got
can't
it.
give you 450. I'll give you 382. It's the best I can do.
Oddly specific.
Don't
There's
break
no way we can
character,
bounce
dude.
that up to a
he
400.
kind of
Even, just
on
make
his
things
on his
easy for
right
us.
kind of like puts more weight on his right foot to lean over to look at you, Mountain, and goes,
Can you count that high, dwarf?
He can't. Let's move on.
Shit, oh fuck, oh fuck! I have my arms crossed around Mountain. I firmly cross them so that he cannot move.
How about you count to 10?
No,
Mountain, you
no,
stop
no,
laughing. Listen, we'll take
That
the
sounds
deal.
hard for you as well.
382.
Listen, no, Sylnan, let's go. This guy obviously doesn't want our business.
Okay, Mountain, you can go ahead and leave. We're gonna finish up here.
382 is the best I can do for you. We're not getting
Okay,
a lot of funds right
382,
now.
that works for me. That works for me.
Wonderful.
I will take that deal.
and he snaps once more.
400.
He just
This
Cease
Mountain, we've already
he just
talked about
ignores
this.
you. He snaps, and the raven flies back from somewhere on the right in the darkness. It flies over and drops a coin purse. It drops 3 coin purses actually as it goes back and forth in
Oh,
front
cool.
of you.
There's your money.
Thank you kindly. I don't know.
Would you just go full Southern?
Thank you kindly.
Dude, if Sylnan is Southern, it works so well.
Pleasure doing business.
Look at his fucking design on the poster. He looks like he could be a goddamn cowboy.
Oh my god.
How many people are around
You don't
us?
see anybody else around the room. The room seems pretty.
Dex just
Just
starts
this
to
guy?
walk away.
Yeah, no, I pick up the coins.
No,
and
we
I'm-
all have to walk. We all have to turn in sync and then walk.
Yeah,
away.
yeah, a full about face.
Pleasure doing business. Business with
That's canon. Please make that canon, and then we run.
Soon you're stupid at showing.
I pick up the coins and I walk
You guys
away.
leave with the money. Begin walking.
I stand staying still for just a
Sylnan
second while
holds
they
the
walk
coins
away
in
and
his
look at
hands,
the guy.
looks down and
The guy
says,
towers over
"Well,
you
man."
more than Taxi does as you look at him. His body's very slender and lithe, and it's hard to make out a lot of features underneath the black robing and coat. But he has a very sinister look on his face. The parts you can see underneath the shadow details.
I just look at him for a second and say, "You're not worth my fucking time." Turn around and walk away.
Time's hard for someone who can't count that high anyway.
Listen, you motherfucker! Okay?
I cannot.
Oh,
You want to do this right now? We will go right now.
Mountain.
Can I?
As you
What?
We need to go to the
Mountain,
ruins.
as you say that,
Listen, I've tried very hard to
This
keep
isn't what-
calm.
It is work.
Mountain, as you say that, he smiles and goes, "Rune." And then from behind him, his jacket furrows for a second, and a small boy walks out from behind him. Long purple hair that covers most of the features underneath a hooded face. He walks out hoarding a lot of pieces of parchment paper and just stares at you.
Mountain.
Is this supposed to scare me? What the fuck is that?
He takes one of the papers off the
Mountain.
top and he lays on the ground and firmly places his hand against it. And as it presses, a white light shoots in between the cracks of the cobblestone. And as that happens, two large purple ethereal arms rip from the paper and begin grabbing onto the cobblestone, this large creature pulling itself out of the paper.
Are you fucking kidding?
Can I grab?
Mountain.
Can I grab Mountain with Sylnan's help
Then-
and just
Yeah, I'm
start to
grabbing
pull
Sylnan.
him
I'm
The
along?
guy
Mountain.
says,
Now, I know you can't count that high, dwarf, but you got 5 seconds before it starts coming out the rest of the way.
I'm grabbing him.
I'm grabbing him. I'm grabbing him.
I'm pulling.
I'm grabbing him also. I'm grabbing him also.
3 people are
Four,
grabbing Mountain and dragging his ass
Yeah,
out of
what-
here.
"Are you guys all dragging Mountain?
Yeah.
Yes,
all
we're
3 of
dragging
us.
this
Yeah,
man.
okay, as they're dragging me, I'm just
Are
counting.
you letting them drag you?
I mean, there's 3 of them. I
You're a
can't
lot
really
stronger
stop
than all
them.
Can
3 of them.
you,
You're
can you
strong.
can you please lose track on your way to 5?
I already counted to 5.
Oh
I'm
man.
trying to
got
figure out.
there.
Do you
As you
let
guys
them?
were pulling
okay,
me
so you let
away.
them drag you away.
Yeah, I walk back slowly
Okay.
as they're pulling me.
He goes, "Small choice," and then he lifts his cloak up, and as he does, him and the small boy disappear into the darkness of the room.
I just hold up big middle fingers. They just fucking keep walking back.
I'm sorry for my friend.
I'm not sorry for myself, man. Fuck
Shut
that
the
guy.
fuck up.
When we
Fuck all these
When
people.
we get
Why
out-
is everybody such an
You guys begin
asshole?
walking back up the staircase through the hatch as you're saying this.
I could have taken that guy, you know.
I
Mountain.
don't think you could.
As
That was a horrible idea.
I
as the
know
hatch
that I
doors
could've.
open, you see the small boy standing outside staring at you as well.
Oh Jesus Christ.
Mountain. Next time
The-
you
What?
you feel the need to fight someone, I would much
Fight some
rather
random guy at a
take that
bar.
place than you cause trouble for all of us. Please think before you say things.
Listen.
Don't put.
Okay.
Listen.
I tried. Okay, I tried.
No.
He was not nice to me. I kept my
I
mouth
put
shut.
both hands on Mountain's
He
shoulder.
just kept going.
Not everyone
What?
is a good
Get your fucking
person.
hands off me.
So wait, is the kid there outside
He's just
the hatch?
standing there as well.
Okay, what is he
Um,
doing? Can we walk?
He's
past
just standing
him?
there, just staring at you as you guys come out. It's
ignore
hard to
it.
make out
Okay.
features. He has long, like a dark, like purplish colored hair just falling down the face. It ends right about the end of the nose, so you can't see much of his facial features. He's wearing a hood as well, with a small purple robing and just basic commoner clothes underneath that. He has his hands together, kind of like fiddling with them, rocking his heels back and forth.
Mountain.
He seems to stand at
No.
about 3'6". Seems very
Not
young, possibly
everyone.
6, maybe 7.
Not everyone is a good person. Alright? But it takes the better
Yep,
one
so?
to walk away silently. For the
I walked away.
for the benefit
Not
of your
silently.
friends.
Why do you guys never want to do what I want to do?
Because what you
Listen,
want to do is
sometimes
wrong.
It's
It's
not
not
smart.
wrong. When
That was
people are
not-
assholes, you beat them until they're not assholes.
Maybe this is a learning experience. We can help.
I have been learning a lot. And what I've learned is that people
keeping
walk
my
all
eye
over
on
you.
the
All
kid, by
right,
the way.
Mountain. If you want to fight somebody, I swear to God, and I still have my.
No, my god.
Oh, you want to fight Taxi? Let's fucking go. And I push him.
You push
Oh my
Taxi.
fucking god! I'm gonna
Yes, I
try
do.
to break him up.
As you push Taxi, the kid puts his hand on the wall, and another one of those purple, like, large bicep arms come out and begin pulling out of the wall.
We will settle
We're
this
leaving.
later.
Excuse me. We're trying to do something over here. Could you get your fucking arm
Mountain,
out the
we're
wall?
leaving.
2.
We're leaving.
We leave.
That's
We
5
leave.
seconds. We're leaving.
We'll settle this later, and then
Yeah,
we leave.
3, 4, 5. What? What are you gonna do? What are you
Mountain's
gonna
there
do?
alone. Everyone else has left
Mount-
the building.
I'm gone. Mountain is there alone. He can die alone.
Are you still there alone?
Rip.
No, I look over and see everybody's gone. Just walk away. Very not happy.
Taxi's just heavily breathing.
So, you make your way back to the tavern and rest for the night. So morning comes, everybody awakes. Mountain, what are you doing?
Getting up, getting a drink.
Don't you already have a drink?
Yeah, but a different drink. Oh wait, no, I have that.
You have the Fortnite.
The Fortnite. Yeah, I have the Fortnite. I'm just gonna grab the Fortnite. What you call it? Something else?
Never.
I'm gonna grab the bottle and just drink some.
You can just say what you're gonna
And
do for
then-
the day.
Oh, it's
Yeah, we're like doing
Okay, yeah,
brevity,
I'm gonna-
like times.
I mean, no, it's fine. It's
okay.
fine.
Okay, yeah. Then I'll head.
Either way.
I'm gonna go to the
Mhm.
breeder.
Dog World.
Is anybody
that's what it's called.
going with Mountain?
Dog
or is
World.
he going on his own?
Well, I
Fucking
wanna
I'll
sure.
go.
That sounds like fun. I'll have him pick a dog.
I'm still pissed at him from last night, but I'll go with him
Okay,
because
so
I want him to
Taxi,
have a
Br'aad,
good
and
dog.
Sylnan going? Velrissa?
Are
Yeah.
we starting a new day?
It's morning, yes. Everybody's
Okay,
well
it's the
woken
morning.
now. from
I'll
the
go.
You
morning.
should
I'll go
come.
with
You
them,
should come
yeah.
with us. You do something. Yay.
So, you guys walk down the pathway leading to the second checkpoint. There's a bit of a line. Even though it's early morning, you see 7 people in line trying to get to the second checkpoint. And in front of them, the guard you see is a very tired, small bird-like creature. It's not any race of bird you're used to, or have at least seen before. The features remind you immediately of an owl. The ruffled white feathers with black accents, wearing basic brown robing. The small owl creature sits in front, denying people access to the second checkpoint mostly. None of the 7 people actually seem to get in.
Oh.
And then it comes up to you guys.
I'll let Vel talk.
The small bird, he sits at about 3'6", very short, looks up at all of you, rocking back and forth in his talons. What you going to the second checkpoint for? What do you need inside?
We want to look at a pet store.
We should have a few things that we need to do.
A pet?
We're
Dog World.
listen, we're going
Dog
to a dog
world.
breeder, right?
Dog breeder.
We also need to meet up with
World.
Ander.
World.
Oh,
Yes.
Anda, yes, he's...
Yeah.
you're friends of his, right? You're,
Right.
Your
Yes,
acquaintances.
We're friends
yes.
of Ander.
Right, okay, perfect. And you said you're looking for a dog breeder?
Yes.
I mean, there's the Mastiff, Master. He resides near the castle grounds if you want to talk to him.
The Mastiff Master.
That's what they call him, yes.
Oh yeah, that's.
I like
perfect.
it. Let's go.
All right, I'll pencil you in for an hour and a half, but take as much time as you need, honestly.
Much appreciated.
Sounds good. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Have a good time. If you need anything, I'll be right here. I'm not allowed to leave.
Oh,
We. moved
Do you
it.
need
I don't say
anything?
anything
Oh,
about
no, I'm fine. I'm fine.
Are you sure?
Maybe a
Let him
swift
drink.
death. I don't know.
I cannot deliver that.
Here.
I'm going.
I hold out the Fortnite. Here, have some of this. This will pass the day.
Oh no, thank you. That'd kill me too. That would be very painful though. Not swift.
I got some other stuff might go.
No,
quicker.
thank you. No, thank you.
No, you should.
Ma-
Okay.
ma-
It'll
Mountain.
quite
All
literally
right.
go right through me.
Just the dog.
Dog. Yes, let's go.
Did he say it'd go right
walk
through him?
He said it'll quite literally go right through him.
I feel like he's a ghost.
No, birds just don't have bowel systems.
All right. Br'aad pokes him because he thinks he's a ghost. But
You feel dirty, scruffled feathers. What'd you do that for? Hey.
I thought you were a ghost.
Taxi grabs his
No.
hand and like pulls him along like a little
I just don't have rectal muscles.
have a good one.
I never thought a bird would tell me that it doesn't have rectal
I
muscles.
never.
Well, but
thought
that's
he-
true.
What is
That's-
my like? What?
The
I mean,
things
it's true.
Jared
Birds
does.
don't.
The
Birds
things
do
Jared
not have-
researches for this campaign.
Anyway.
That's why they go.
Thank you for that.
Anyways.
See, that's the thing about just roll with it. You know, we learn about anatomy while we have fun playing Dungeons
Exactly.
and Dragons.
Oh, hell
That's why
yeah.
birds shit at
Great
like
time.
random intervals in the sky. They literally just digest system straight through.
Anyways.
No muscle. Anyway, moving forward, you guys step into the.
Can we just call this episode bird shit?
That's what this episode is. So I mean, so you guys step through the checkpoint. Where are you heading first?
Dog.
Dog breeder,
Dog.
right?
And
Dog World
dog-
with
dog
the
world.
Mastiff
Dog
Master.
world. Dog. The
right.
Mastiff Master.
Mastiff
yes.
Master.
You head close to the third checkpoint and follow around, and near the stables, there is a small shelter. It's a longhouse with a painted sign outside that says "Beware of dogs."
No kidding.
There is a small wooden picket fence surrounding the longhouse, and then a single door on the front porch.
Well, Mountain, I mean.
Take it away, yeah.
I mean, all right. I'll go walk up to the door.
I can help you choose the correct one for you, but
Oh, I also want to help.
I think I
choose
got
the
this,
correct
Taxi.
dog. Oh,
Thanks for your help, though.
oh well, if you say so, I'm gonna go to the cathedral and say goodbye to the
Yeah, I
Shinzen.
don't care. Go where you want to.
Tensions are high between Mountain and Taxi.
That's what
All right,
I'm.
so
that's
you
what I'm.
head
Yeah.
up to the front door.
tensions are high between Mountain
Yeah.
and literally
Okay.
every other person that
Everybody.
exists in the universe, dude.
It's not wrong. It's not incorrect.
And
Fair enough.
All right, so Mountain, you head up to the front door.
Yeah, and I knock.
All right. Few raps of the knuckles. The door swings open, and you're met with a tabaxi.
I'm still there, by the way. I never
Another
left.
one of these fucking
It's
guys.
it's Taxi. He was
You
the dog
see,
master all along.
You see, they're about the same height, a little bit shorter than Taxi, but they're very burly. They're very muscularly defined. You can see it underneath the fur, gray pelted fur with the chest being a more whiter, light fur. They're wearing no shirt, but they're wearing brown breeches held together by hempen rope, and then they're also wearing sandals.
This reminds me of home.
He rips it open. You can see pieces of his fur on his shoulders and stuff ripped off from it. You can see the scars below, just deep wounds across the shoulder blades, around the neck a little bit. Kind of opens it up and, can I help you?
I just hold out my hand. How's it going? Mountain. Looking for Mastiff.
Well, you've come to the right place. What do you need the Mastiff for?
You know, just having for killing shit, maybe.
Well, that's an attitude I do like. However, I'm not genuinely supposed to sell them to non-licensed owners. You see, they're combat dogs, they're not just simple pets.
Right. I thought maybe we could, you know, work something out.
Work something.
Um,
I have an idea. Here, step inside.
All right, I'll step inside.
You walk inside, and he shuts the door behind you and leaves everybody else outside.
Damn.
I
I
don't.
guess,
as-
yeah. He wouldn't
As
mind
the door
himself,
shuts,
so-
you also hear a large wooden board go across it.
What about my friends outside?
They can stay outside. This is between you and me.
I don't.
Well, I guess we're out here.
I say in the other room. I don't like my kind like that.
do you think he's gonna be alright?
No,
I mean, it's Mountain. Of course he's gonna be
No,
alright
I'm
unless
sure
he gets
he'll
mad.
be fine.
Mountain will be
Look,
fine.
I- honestly-
As
no
you-
aggression, no drinking.
As you look around inside, it's very barren, stripped. There's a single square wooden table, a counter for the kitchen, and you can hear the occasional dog barking come from some room off in the distance. He points over towards the table and goes, "Pull up a chair. I'll get us some drinks."
Well, I can't say no to that. And I go over and I pull up a chair. And I just kind of looking around the room and say, listen, if this is gonna be some sexual shit, I don't really swing that way, but I
Neither
got a
do
friend
I.
out there, he might.
No, don't want to hear about it.
Fair enough. Me either, really.
He sits down, pops out 2 tankards, pulls them full of a very nice dark brown ale, and he hands you one and goes, "So, what exactly do you need it for aside from killing shit? What makes you really want a mastiff?"
I don't know. They're powerful. I'd like a companion, something to accompany me on my travels.
Yeah, they're
Adventure.
wonderful dogs, aren't they?
I don't know. Never had one.
Well, I think you'd grow to love them if you had one. They're very strong, loyal companions.
I could use one of those. Don't have a lot of strong companions out there.
Ooh, that's a yikes. That's a yikes for me, dude.
All right, dude. I'm gonna beat your ass.
Dude, we don't hear this shit.
Someone's
man.
dropping, and he cried.
Mountain, we're gonna fucking haze you in your sleep.
Next half episode,
Do it.
monk versus fighter. Let's go.
Holy shit.
I'm gonna stuff
fighting
my
the fuck out of
pillowcase
Taxi.
with fucking
Taxi,
soap.
Taxi making me angry, and the boys don't defend me.
Mountain's
Put a
making
brick in
me
my
angry.
sock.
Okay.
Listen, I'm not here for the infighting, okay?
Mhm.
I'm not dealing with
He
that
goes,
shit.
Stupid.
Well, yeah, I'll cut you a deal. I got a mastiff for you. He just, may not be, fit exactly for pure combat.
Right.
There's the reason why I thought about it. I saw you, and I saw your eye here. He points to he points to his left eye.
The scar, yeah.
Yeah, I see this. I rescued this one from a pretty abusive garrison of army to the west, and he's blind in his left eye. Real nasty wound here from a broadsword. He's still a fine dog, and he's a very loyal one. And I'd hate to see him go, but I know he needs a home, or at least to be able to see the world a little bit more than what he does around here. The soldiers here don't want him because he's more of a liability than he is a strong companion. At least in their eyes, but
Well, let's see him.
yeah, I'll go get him. Enjoy your drink. Give me a sec. And he stands up and heads into one of the nearby rooms.
I'm so pumped.
I love this.
Waiting like a kid on Christmas.
A few moments pass. He leads the dog out, and the first thing he knows about the dog, of course, is the size. Even on its hind legs, it probably is going to sit about close to your chest, like top chest. The dog is
Question.
large, yes.
Could Mountain ride on this dog?
Not with armor on. With armor off,
Damn.
yes. Mountain is
That's
a
true.
thick boy,
That is true.
but possibly with some strength training, maybe.
Hill Tree.
And a
could
lot
ride
of
on him,
Hilltree could.
We're gonna put
Nice.
Hiltree on the dog.
A lot of
Yes.
training for it to be a proper ride because they're not bred to be ridden on, but with some training, it is possible. But
though. Okay.
he walks it out. You see the droopy face of the mastiff, the long, droopy ears. The fur coat on it is a darker brown with occasional gray streaks. The belly itself as well is a white pattern, and you can see immediately the pinkness of the scar going from up kind of close to the forehead down to the bottom of the cheek of the dog. Aside from that, it is panting and seems to have a very happy look on its face as it walks out.
Aww.
Hey, buddy. I go and I just kind of like pet it.
It doesn't retaliate in any way. It seems to enjoy the affection.
I like him.
Yeah, he's real
Does he
nice.
have a name?
He doesn't have a name yet, but I thought that'd be more of your job.
Shit, I'm not good at coming up with stuff on the spot. I'll figure it out. How much would you want for him?
He's yours for free.
Really?
I can see in your eyes. You'll be a good, faithful companion for this poor boy. You'll show him a lot, and you'll train him a lot more as well.
I'm gonna cry.
I hold out my hand.
He gives you a
Thank
very
you.
firm shake.
Thank you. I appreciate this.
It's not a problem. Take good care of him.
You
all
need-
right?
I will. If you need anything, call for me.
I'll be sure to. And he also hands you a spiked collar with a iron link chained leash for it as well.
Oh yeah.
If this dog ever dies, I'm leaving the
I'm
podcast.
fucking done.
We must defend him at all costs.
And now I will give you the character sheet.
Yeah.
go.
Mom's got so many
That
cool
one.
things.
I'm so excited for you, dude.
I love
this is
it.
fucking great.
I'm excited for me too. Thanks, boys.
Me.
You can be like a family
I
dog,
hope
except he's
I hope
mine.
this mellows Mountain out a little bit deep inside.
I hope it will too. I hope Mountain will get fucking mushy.
I'm sorry, Taxi.
Do you think he'll spoil him? Do you think Mountain will just like feed him shit all the time?
I love
Yeah.
it.
If you try
He's
to
gonna drink
if
too.
you try to oh my god, damn it. I feel like that's not good for animals.
It's not good.
Can the dog take out of the
Please
the
don't.
mead bottle?
Please don't kill your
He's-
dog with
he's get-
alcoholism. I'll like
He's
end
getting
you.
faded. Okay, boys? He's getting faded.
No.
Oh god, please don't.
We're gonna drunk fight things together.
It
gonna be
was
beautiful.
sweet until it wasn't.
Until you decided you wanted to kill it with alcohol.
He's not gonna die. He's not a bitch.
How do you know? You've only had him for a second.
This is
You
fantasy.
should give the dog.
Alcohol
you should give,
doesn't hurt
You
dogs.
should give the dog back. You should give the dog back. This is fucked up, dude. He's not in
No,
safe hands.
no.
This is abuse.
Don't say I should give the dog back. He's a good boy.
I'm calling a shelter.
Okay.
Br'aad is
I
calling a
already-
shelter. This is canon.
But I already booped his nose, boys.
So Mountain, you're heading out?
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and walk
Go
out.
ahead. Mountain walks out with a dog in hand. You guys see the strong, long-legged, burly mastiff with the scar in its eye
Oh hell.
come out too. It's panting and it seems pretty happy. It's occasionally going over and sniffing the side of Mountain, but it's has a nice look on its face. Nice little smile. Happy doggo.
Walk out.
Like-
I guess I had already put the chain or
Mhm.
the collar around his neck.
Yep.
And the chain on. I'll walk out and I'll just say, boys. This is Jack.
Wait, what did you call it?
Jack.
Jack.
May I, Mountain?
Yeah, Taxi.
All right, I'm gonna sit down on the floor to get eye level with the dog,
Mhm.
and I will cast Speak with Animals.
Oh god, here we go.
Oh boy, here we go. Yeah.
Wait, who should do the voice for him?
Tara?
Sure can.
While he's doing this, I'd like to give it scratches behind the ear.
It loves it.
I want to rub its back.
Giving it. It has a very long back.
I
This dog's about 2-3
I
feet
sit
long.
close and just kind of stare
It's
at it.
adorable, Mountain. I love it.
Big grub, big dog.
Okay, so you cast it, Taxi. What do you say?
Hi, your new name is Jack, and
Jack.
the dwarf holding you will be your caretaker, and the people around you right now will be like a family, hopefully.
Friends.
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 Good. Are you excited?
Jack is happy.
Good. My name is Taxi, and this is Mountain. And then
Jack loves Mountain.
I'll put a
Bisley's gonna cry. Oh my god.
Gives a nice little pant as you put your hand on his head.
put my hand on his head and then stand back up and just let the spell go away.
Mm-hmm.
It's so beautiful. I love it.
This is the greatest.
He goes back to
thing.
sniffing Mountain and then just kind of rubs against his side a little bit.
That's it. That's all I got.
It's the saddest
My
shit. I
heart.
want to cry. I don't know why. My heart is.
I'm tearing, guys.
Me too. Actually.
Now this deserves to be on Slimecicle's tier list. All right, so
Oh,
what
yeah,
are you guys
that's
getting
right.
stock-wise? You need.
We're gonna look for healing.
What
first.
kind of cool
right.
magic stuff is there? Let's get some cool magic stuff.
Guys, we've shopped
Okay,
enough.
wait. Let's figure. Okay, no. This is gonna be very quick. How much does a set of fucking studded leather armor cost?
It is 45 gold.
45 gold. I'd like to get some of that for myself.
Okay.
We should get some Actually, no, we don't. Do you still have great grapes? Taxi?
Yep.
Yes. Okay, so we don't need rations, so we're fine there.
When we're
Health po-
traveling,
what about health
Taxi will
potions?
prepare it.
We
We should get some emergency health potions just in case.
Yeah.
Alright, how much are health?
Like, they're like 60 or something. They're expensive.
Well, I mean, in Jared's world.
That's true.
I'm also gonna get studded leather armor because like my AC is really bad.
Around here, the potions of healings are going to be you're going to get as well. So that's 45 gold for each of those. So,
So 90 gold.
and then potions of healing here, they do 2d4 plus 2. healing hit
Okay.
points, and they cost 50 gold pieces a bottle.
Oh, that's a lot.
Okay. Yeah, no, it
Are there
costs a lot,
greater
but I
ones
mean,
here?
It's instant healing.
There's no greater ones here. At least the ones that you find, they're just simple potions of healing.
Taxi doesn't
I
give
think
a
we should
fuck
just get
about
2.
money. He's gonna spend 50 gold to get one for himself.
Okay. I feel like we should have at least 2 or 3, just for emergency
I
sake.
will buy one for myself and hold on to it. So I'll have one.
So then
Okay,
we'll
I'll
spend...
also buy one because I have a lot of cash money right now.
I could use one too, so whatever.
That
yeah.
drops me down to 1 gold.
Okay. So 3 potions of healing. You guys get 2 studded leather. So you mark
Yep.
off 90 gold and another 150 out of in total. So 50 from Taxi, then 140
Nine.
from both of you.
Okay.
Got it. No, not from both. Not in total, I think, right?
Yeah.
Isn't it
in
90,
total.
95 for each, right?
90,
For health
95,
potion?
95
Yeah.
together. 45, then
Yeah,
50.
okay.
Yep,
But
95
that's coming out of our total coffers from the fucking...
from the
bullshit.
money. So
Yeah. I'd also like to get some more ball bearings, because Mountain stole mine.
you can get 1,000 for a gold piece of ball bearings.
Get so many, dude.
Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna get 1,000. I don't
Okay,
need
so a
more
bag
than
of
that.
1,000 is a gold piece. Take that off.
Okay,
Anybody need anything else?
And
I'm good.
I think that is... it for
Anything
me.
anything
Can't think
cool?
of anything
Oh,
else.
magic's expensive. I forgot. All right.
It is
Magic's
very
very
expensive.
expensive.
We can't afford that
and,
shit right now.
Yeah, it's better to just find them because it's expensive.
Yeah, I should probably sell this fucking... And no, I want to see if I can do something with it. So
Dog,
we're
just
good.
save up honestly and just get yourselves a house. Like fuck magic items.
Honestly, house
Get a
sounds
keep.
nice.
Get a nice big old keep.
Anyway, yeah, I think that's it. Okay, so started... And is... Okay, is the leather armor... It's super worn, I'm imagining. So is it going to be worth anything if I sell my old one?
Probably not. I'd say you could get
Okay.
maybe like 2 gold out of it.
Big ass stab wound in the middle of it.
Yeah, it's pretty torn and not a lot of it's salvageable.
So, wait, how much gold did you say?
2 gold.
Okay, that's fine. Better than nothing. So I sell that, and yeah,
All right.
leather.
Anything else anybody needs from the general store? The shopping spree you guys are currently having? Velrissa,
Didn't you
want
want to get a
anything?
better? Didn't you want to get a better staff?
I'm good.
No, we can't afford it. If I
Okay.
find one, I find one.
There's not a lot of staffs.
The
I'm pretty sure you have a
magical-
quarterstaff. You have a quarterstaff right now, right?
Yeah, the magical
that's the best
staffs,
basic
like,
staff you
that
can get.
shit is not. Even the staffs that have like a +2, I can't afford it. We already figured that out in Shade Grove.
Could I find carrots anywhere?
Carrots?
Yeah.
Yeah, you could easily find get that for you. How many you're wanting? You want like a certain amount of them, or
Just I don't know, like a bundle of carrots, like maybe 10 or so.
10? You could get 10 for 5 copper. It would be a small silk bag full of 10 carrots. Pretty nice size ones too. Probably about like this size of a carrot. Like ain't no baby carrots here. We're
Okay.
talking about like probably like a decent
Okay.
6-7 inches.
Big old fat carrots.
Nice size carrots.
Big carrots. Big carrots.
Pro Jared size carrots.
Shit.
No.
All right, I think we
Dude,
can
no
go now.
smoke on our podcast.
Pro
Let's go
carrot.
meet up with Andrew. Let's go meet up with Andrew.
All right. You guys head to the temple. Ander's actually out in the garden part. There's a few younger women. Most of them seem like they're young teens. They're going around. They seem to be practicing druidic arts. They're trying to work on some parts of the garden, helping some of the flowers bloom, watering and taking care of them, clipping some hedges and whatnot. And he's kind of just like watching them and giving them pointers and tips on how to pull out their own energy.
In
As you
Druidic,
guys walk up, he's on one knee, on one boot. He has his hand on one of the girl's shoulders, and he's kind of pointing at some of the flowers, like helping her to bloom them out, like showing them how to do it.
and in Druidic, I'll say, do you guys need any help?
The girls look over you and they just seem puzzled, but they don't understand.
Do you guys need any help? In common, I'll say.
We're learning. It's all right. We got it.
All right. Under,
Ander stands up. Yeah, they're still learning proper druidic and whatnot. They're very, very young learners. But they're good at it. They have good hearts.
it's beautiful.
Are you guys ready to shove out?
I believe we're ready, yes.
Ready as we can be.
Yep.
Yeah.
It may just be me, but I'm getting kind of excited.
Oh,
This
Why
old
did
dog
you say
hasn't.
it?
This old dog hasn't seen combat in quite
I
some
think
time.
we're all excited.
I've got some.
Oh, we see a lot of that, so should
Yeah.
be. A good
I think
time.
we've got some steam to blow off. So we're ready.
Let me just grab my sword and shield, and I'll be ready. He stomps off into the temple.
We wait for him to go and we leave.
Okay, he comes back, a large kite shield and a very big great sword. He puts them
Wow.
both across his back, and he kind of waves over with his still fleshed hand.
All right, let's head out. It's a bit of a journey there, but I have a shortcut we can go through.
Excellent.
He
What are we waiting for?
Shortcut. What kind of shortcut?
This way.
and he actually starts walking around the other side of the cathedral.
Cool.
You follow him around the side of the garden, and you see, at the very back, standing there in the garden, you see Olgart and Oriana
Oh.
standing next to a very large oak tree.
Oh
What?
shit! Fucking busted, dude!
Oh god!
Taxi's eyes go like
Wait,
super wide as he sees this
Old
image,
guy.
Oriana just crosses her arms and makes a little smirk at you.
and he just kind of sits. As he's carrying his staff, he sets it down and just freezes in place.
And that's where we're going to end the episode.
I didn't want to have this. I didn't want to have this interaction ever again in the campaign.
Massive yikes.
That's an oofarito, dude.
Oh man.